Boy, what a way Jamaica look pretty behind me. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers and law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Shout out to the payroll attendees. Today is Friday. Shout out to people that want them paycheck. Shout out to the HR workers. Shout out to let me see. Shout out to the AC techs. Shout out to the barbers in the barbershops. Special shout out to Vernon is here, unisex barbershop and beauty salon located on Union Street between Bedford and Franklin Ave in Crown Heights, New York. A pillar in the community. Shout out to them. And if you're in Brooklyn, slide by that place and tell them that SoFlo TV sent you and get you a good cut from Real Barber. Shout out to the AC techs, I said them already, the nail techs, the hairdressers, and all these people, the braiders. Whatever you do for a living, shout out to you. We don't have time to go through every single profession. And I know you might not hear your profession and feel left out, but if you're somebody who get up and work, police, thief, no thief, we can't big up the thief then. Um, Police, soldier, I said law enforcement, military personnel, whatever you do, strippers on poles even, I ain't judging you. I'm not judging you. You ain't killing nobody to get it, and you're using what you were given to go get it, and you are up and out to get it, and you're not lazy, then big up to you. All right. Here we are on this beautiful Friday morning. Today is the 17th of the 7th month of the year. We're in July 17th. All right. And I'm happy to be here. Super happy to be here. And we've made it through the week. And on days like these, we say, it's the freaking weekend, baby. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Made it through another week. Let me see something that bothers me. My OCD is bothering me. I have to fix it. When I tell people some OCD, they really don't believe me, but I'll be seeing one little thing that's out of place and it just bothers me so much that I can't go forward. I have to like fix that one thing before I go forward. Anyhow, here we are on this beautiful Friday morning. I'm going to big up some people. We have a lot to talk about. Like I said yesterday, we were going in. I was up from early this morning. We're going to get a good little workout. I came in and I've been rattling my brain trying to figure out how to change my background. For those of you who don't know, first of all, I am a proud Jamaican. You see it on my hat right there, so it's on my arm right there. They're all over the place around me. I consider myself to be an ambassador to my beautiful island. That means I'm going to carry myself in a way where I not only won't embarrass my family and my bloodline and myself, I won't embarrass this island as well. That picture you see behind me is a picture of my beautiful island, Jamaica. I'm missing Jamaica right now so bad. I feel like I need to leave in short order, and that's where I need to be. Shout out to Nance. Nance is there. She's enjoying her birthday getaway and whatever else. That's where I want to be. What you say? I believe you're Randy's daughter. So we have the OCD something. Yeah, I'm a stickler for if something is like out of place, it bother me. I'll be having a whole conversation on just this one thing. A strap I hang off a wall, and I'm like, okay, give me a second. I'm gonna fix it, and then my mind clears and I can go forward. That's just one more thing that y'all know about me. I'm not saying I'm OCD. I'm saying I have these tendencies. All right. Um, yeah. So where do we start? I told y'all yesterday we were gonna start early. We're starting an hour early, and we did. We're starting an hour early. Rattling my brain this morning trying to figure out how to change the background because it threw me off. You know what I mean? And I wanted to do it and I couldn't do it yesterday. But today, let me see if I could do it today. So today we can go bam. You see that? And the background changed. That's so I feel a bit better now. Like I could change my background and actually bring along pictures with my story. So I feel good. And I'm in a good mood because it's Friday. And I get to see all my children this weekend. And like I do every weekend. And these kind of things. All my children live right around the corner from me, anyways. So everybody just get up in a one house on the weekend. For those of you who don't know, 'cause people still ask me weird questions like, "How come I never see you with your other children? Them like you forget about them, or you only care about the one them where you have with Shakira." You'll be surprised to know how people watch out your life. Like, I'm a person who try to be regular as possible, and I don't see myself different from anybody else. So I'm still baffled when I'm met out in public and people want autograph. I'm like, I haven't reached autograph status yet in my mind, I don't think. Or them want to take a picture with you, or they're elated that they just saw you, or they want to hide more time, right? Or they start saying stuff like, they're counting your family members and watching your children, and they're like, okay, I haven't seen the other children them in a while. I guess him forget about them and start new family and move on, and all these other kind of weird things. But for the people that will follow regular, you don't know. Everybody gather up in a one place every weekend. See? So today is Friday, and when I have all of them around me, I feel extra good. Especially because I got two going off to college soon. I got to share this with y'all before we even get started, right? Remember me telling us, I went to the beach the other day, and we were going to strip down, jump in the water and thing, and wifey said, what's that in the water? And I thought she was joking, so I said to her, move on, go. Yeah, try to scare everybody just because you decide say you're not going to go in the water. I thought she was trying to scare us because she decides she's not going in the water. So she's like, I don't know, maybe there's a shark in the water. So I was like, stop it. She was like, no, I see something in the water. And she stayed there looking. So because she did stay there look, it started heightening I'm like, is she joking or she really see something? I started paying attention to. In the breath that I told my daughter, Milani, I said, go out into the water, baby girl. Let me see how far you can go. I'm right behind you. As soon as my daughter took about 2 steps in that direction, a big old shark swam. And sharks, I know sharks come in close, but this was really close. I'm going to show you all a picture real quick. This was really close. So when the shark came in that close and I actually saw that it was a shark, I was like, Milani, stop, come back. And then we stayed there looking at the shark, and I showed it to Melania. She was like, oh, she's only 6 years old. So she's like, oh my God. Then another shark come back, swim beside it. I know it was 2 of them, and they were friggin' big. I told that to my older sons, right? Mind you, they're my teenager too. These are the 2 that are going off to college in another week. I told that to them. Hear them. Yeah, Kosi said, yeah, it's the end of the summer, no big deal. The sharks are feasting and they'll come in closer end of every summer. They're like outdoorsy people, and they're super Florida kids and they're super beach kids. Like all my kids gone a beach from them born and grow up on the beach because we've always lived close to a beach. Anyways, this is what he sends me this morning. So they have some free time on their hands before they have to report to the university that they're going to be going to. And sometimes they go missing in the middle of the night, which is my worries because they're no longer the age where I can hold them in the house and lock door and all these things. Unless me turn into my grandmother, Miss Ruby, and say, this is my house. And no door now, no key now, push coming and no door coming here past certain time. So if you live here, you have to reach inside by a certain time or don't come in here till the next day. I can't do that. The kids are out, but they're out doing things that, let me just show you all the picture. After I tell the boy about shark, right? Here, look at this. This is what he sends me this morning. This is what my son sent me this morning. This is what they went out last night and did. Check this out. You see that? That's Kosi. Y'all see this? Yeah, my phone screen is not broken. It's my screen protector. I could pop it off. Actually, I should pop it off just for this. See there? And that's why I keep the protector on there. There goes my phone screen. Better picture. But this is what they go out to do. Then pick me up crazy. Y'all pardon my language. When I seen this morning, I said, oh, fuck no. And I told him, I said, fuck no. And he starts laughing. I goes, Kosi, I'm not going anywhere near that. If I can't shoot it with a gun and unload the whole clip in it while I'm running in the opposite direction, I'm not going nowhere near this. My kids are wild. So when me telling us that them wild and free, and this a kind of stuff me mean. Him and him brother, Kosi and Jaden, them two been like this their whole friggin' life. You know, say early hours in the darkness, them gone out there a beach, go catch shark, and then talk about, yeah, dad, this one took about 2 hours of fighting to reel it in. 2 hours. I want to be fighting with my pillow around that time and my blanket. About 2 hours of fighting to reel it in. So when you hear me say that they're like free and wild, and this me I talk about this. That me not think normal people do them something here. Look how big, and this is the size of the shark that swam past us, and it was two of them of equal size. So he said that this one right here, this was, let me see what he said right here. So the last time last time I saw a big shark, he was like, "Oh, we caught one of those already." I said, "Stop lying." He was like, "I did. I sent you the picture." I said, "Anybody could Photoshop a picture." So him sent one quick video. For sure, me say I him there with the shark, and then he took pictures with the shark. He said this one was around 6 feet 6 inches, and 300 pounds. 6 feet 3 inches, 6 feet 6 inches, and 300 pounds. I say leave that thing in the sea. I say don't go anywhere near it. See that? And if y'all don't know, by the way, this is Kosi. Kosi is now 6'4". This is the same kid that I kept telling y'all. Him wear size 13 shoes when he was 12, and him wear size 14 shoes when he was 13, and him shoe size always one size ahead of him age. And now he's wearing size 17 shoes. I think he's gone on to size 18 shoes. He is 6'4" tall, and he is about 360 pounds. This kid right here. And for the people them who used to say, "Oh, you need to make your son lose some weight because I don't care how big him is, a fat him fat, and it's unhealthy." That kid right there is heading off to a university with a football scholarship / academic scholarship to play football. And remember, I told y'all, I said different body types do different things. Because you're big don't mean say you're unhealthy, because there's a lot of skinny people out here who are unhealthy as hell and can't keep up with some big people. He moves his weight well, and it fits his position that he plays well. So much so that a university was interested in him to play the position that he's going off to school to play. I talk things into reality, right? And I've been told y'all that. So shout out to my boys, man, for staying on course so I could prove some things to some people. You know what I mean? So them can't be like, "How old the picnic them now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's 17, 18. And they're like, "Him did go off to school to play football?" I say, "No." And they could laugh and be like, "Ah, because him did too fat." But they tell us him did. You know, people stay already, right? Right. So here we are. Here we are. And I stayed the course. Big up to the daddy them who stayed the course from birth all the way through. Did that and feel very good about it. And still there. I think it hasn't hit me yet, but I'm starting to miss them already because I have one more week with them, and then we have to take this long ass drive all the way up to Massachusetts to go drop them off and then say goodbye and leave them there. And they'll be far away from home, and they'll be on a huge campus, and they'll be getting used to a new way of life and these kind of things. So I congratulate them and I wish them all the best. And I said it to them, and I want y'all to know also that I'm super proud of them, because there's a lot of stuff for them to get into here. This is Florida. I grew up here. I know there's a lot of stuff to get into, and there's more stuff to get into now than before, but they stay the course and they're good. They're really good kids, and I'm super proud of them, right? So that too, make sure you tell the picnic them, say you're proud of them, and big them up when them are do good. Don't only talk about them when they're doing bad. So anyways, enough of that. Let's get into our topics. Because this is not about me, but I got to start off on one, warm up the crowd while people are forwarding into the meeting this morning. I see Charla is in the building with us this morning. Charla, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Charlotte's Law is right there in the chat. Let me plug it while I'm here and I can do it. I told y'all before, Charlotte started her YouTube channel. Charlotte is a experienced attorney, and one of her field of expertise is immigration, among other things. So forward over to her channel. You can follow her through her right there, and follow her over to her channel and hit the subscribe button. And then also keep her information, because you never know when you might need an attorney. And I always think that it's best to have somebody who understands you, your culture, where you from, all that other stuff. Don't figure deal with one of them strange people here who look at you like they only want your money and they'll do half as good as they can for your situation type thing. I don't know. I feel better when time I one of my people. Then that's just how I am. All right. Let me see who else is here with us. Shout out a couple of people, then we get into our topics. Marilyn Grant, first one in the building this morning. You know I'm gonna shout you out because you're the first one in. Shout out to Marilyn. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. Big up yourself. All right. All the way from Great Britain. And shout out to our British family. I have a message for Vybz Kartel from one of his British fans, and they are angry because of something that he's doing, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. Diane is in the building. Diane F is in the building with us this morning. Says happy Friday, SoFlo and everyone. Big up yourself. Let's Bond TV, 5 up, you show up early. Big up yourself, 5 up. Manners and respect. Thank you for being here, bro. All right. Morning to the people, then he says, Miss Goldie Robinson is in the building with us bright and early this morning. Miss Goldie Robinson, thank you for being here. Sonia Unstoppable is here. I'm telling her right now, I'm definitely bigging up about 5 more people, and that's it. So anybody may not big up, no disrespect. All right. You're the Finest is in the building with us bright and early this morning. That's 1. Anne-Marie Daly is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. That's 2. Patricia Jackson is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right. Raddy's daughter, thank you for being here. We appreciate you greatly. Tracy Chen is in the building with us this morning. Manners and respect, Tracy Chen, and thank you for being here. Somebody put up a $9.99. Zaro Kid Messio, Miss Goldie Robinson, I big you up already. Who else there I want me see? But me always big up. I can't big up right now. Audrey. Can't make Audrey pass, because Audrey always say morning from present teacher, and then Audrey always say please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. Please, reminding people to hit the thumbs up button, which I appreciate greatly. All right. I'm trying to find the person who put up the $9.99. Here we go right here. That's Jerome. Jerome, big up yourself, brother. I appreciate you greatly. Jerome says he's so cozy with that shark. I guess you are what your name is. Cozy. Cozy. His name is Kosi. He's named after the South African national anthem. And Kosi Sikelele. And Kosi Sikelele, Africa. Yeah, and Kosi. His real name is Nkosi. All right. Not Cozy, Nkosi. But I can't say how you would have think a cozy, because he's cozied up to the shark and all that. King Biggs. Should I take the shark and cook it up? I asked him what they did with that shark. I don't know what he said after that, but they'll be here in a few hours to spend the weekend here, so we'll talk more about it. He said bull sharks pee through their skin. He said you would have had fun alligator hunting then, because legally you have to shoot them to kill them. So they go alligator hunting as well. Me picking them bad, them wild, bad in a good way. He said bull sharks pee through their skin when they die, so it's not good meat for you to eat. If it was a black tip, we would have kept it, but we had to put it back. My granny back foot. So wait there. So they put the shark back alive. So the shark was actually alive while he was handling it. And they put, man, you know when them say your parents be here praying for you to be safe, and you just outside being reckless, doing everything in your power not to be safe? The man said them put the shark back into the sea because it's a bull shark. And it's not good meat to eat, because them pee through them skin. So the meat not taste good. But if it was another shark, he would have. Why? All I want these kids to do is just don't do nothing. Don't move. Don't sneeze too hard. Don't do nothing until you leave here. I just want to walk them into that university and them check in a one piece and they're good to go. And then we can drive away and say, okay, anything happens after this is a part of the journey. But I don't want nothing. I'm so paranoid because I've seen so many stories of children who get opportunity, and just that summer before they go off to college, them just ruin it by hanging out with friends, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, doing something out of place that cost them scholarship or something. It's like change their whole trajectory of their life. And I'm paranoid that my kids are gonna be like one of them. So I'm begging them like, don't go too far, don't do too much. But the picking them just out there do all kind of something. Me I pray for them safety, them out there arrest a shark for 2 hours straight. Imagine. Yeah? It's like somebody said, your mama over there praying for you, girl, that you safe. You over there telling this man choke you and choke you harder. Anyways, let's get into our topics for the morning. So we're going to talk about, shout out to Marie's message 411 TV. I don't know if she's in here. But Marie said yesterday to talk about the 30 days that are gone, that JPS still did not answer Daryl Vaz about the blackout that happened, island-wide blackout that happened in Jamaica when the U.S. warship was leaving the island and the fire, when it broke out of an upper camp. Upper camp is where the soldiers' camp is, right? JDF. She also wanted us to talk about the MOU for the third country, or TCN, the details. That is the memorandum of understanding that was signed by Jamaican government and the United States of America government for the island of Jamaica to take in third country nationals, people who the U.S. have decided for some reason they're no longer welcomed in the U.S. They have no grounds to stay here, but they cannot be sent back to their own original country. So Jamaica will take them in. I saw a headline out of Jamaica yesterday that said that Jamaica is losing more people to murder than we are replenishing our human population through birth. So more people are dying than people who are being born. That's a dangerous position to be in. If you go back 9-10 years ago, I was talking about that right here. My first video about Jamaica was, Jamaica, we need to have a talk. And I went into all of that stuff. And I said, eventually, we're going to end up hitting that place where we are going out faster than we are coming in. And that's going to lead to us, years down the road, no longer being the same set of people who've been on the island forever. For those of you who were born and raised there, and then you come from people who were also born and raised there, and you can trace your lineage back to your grand and your great-grand and your great-great-grand and your great-great-great-grand, you are probably going to be a part of a dying breed. Most of them overseas already anyways. And your children, including mine, were born outside of Jamaica and probably won't have the kind of closeness to that island that you would wish for them to have, right? So that's a dangerous place for us to be in. Live on the air with SoFlo. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm giving you a little touch before I have to go on the go.
All right, talk to me.
Yes. So that brother that went to Eswatini, remember that pastor man from Florida?
That went to
that
Eswatini?
I picked up?
Yes, he said he didn't want to go back to Jamaica.
Yeah. Right. But he was, Mr. Rattigan did an interview with him at the prison at Wednesday night, and the wife and two other daughters in Florida. They did it on Wednesday night. So if you're interested or anybody interested, they can go and see.
Mr. Rattigan,
just there living.
Mr. Rattigan did an interview with him?
Yes. He was in the prison. Well, I mean, it's not really a prison. It just is just a big place and have backyard to walk. but you're just not free.
You're not free.
You're not free.
And he's also around people who have been convicted of stuff.
Yes, but he was saying that the food that is left over from the prison, that's what they eat. He has been there over a week now, and he has not changed his clothes. The only thing they gave to them, like just a little toothpaste and a rag and a bar of soap. So I mean, if anybody interested, they can just go over there and see.
Okay.
The reason we do it on. So it was Wednesday night, yeah.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Saying that before you touch on.
All right. Thank you.
All right. I can only listen from now on.
All right.
All right. Have a blessed day, everyone. Happy weekend.
All right. Same to you.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. So I didn't watch that interview that she's talking about, but I did read what the lady said about her husband, because she did an interview with news media houses in the United States of America before that interview right there. I'm not an enemy of anybody. I just don't really call up anybody's other platform on my platform, and there are reasons that I've explained before why I don't do it. With that said, though, you heard what she said, and if you want to go check out the interview, then you obviously can go and do so. But from what I read about it, she already said that her husband was not arrested for any crime in the United States of America. He was let in the United States of America, and he was legally here under a certain, I forgot what it is. Charlotte are one of those people who might know what it is when you come in and you are escaping torture or escaping victimization from another country. It's not just asylum. There's a 3-letter word to it. He was under that, allowed to stay in the US for years, and he was good until Trump took office and started this thing right here. And now they have said to him he can no longer stay here. He has to go somewhere else. He said he don't want to go to Jamaica because he still fears the same thing for the same reason he left there, and he doesn't understand why he's being taken away from his family and put somewhere else where he has no ties absolutely whatsoever. His wife said in the interview. That's why I know about, where he was moved to, and how he came here, and he is not a criminal, or they have nothing criminal about him, and he was welcomed into the country, so on and so forth. So he's the one who chooses not to go back to Jamaica, because Jamaica does not reject their citizens, but you do have a choice under those conditions if you don't want to go back into the country, if you're fleeing persecution. He said he's afraid that he will still be tortured, beaten and tortured and stuff, so he's not going back to Jamaica. Well, if you now go back to Jamaica, we can't blame the Jamaican government for not taking you in, because you exercised your right, I guess, now that you have to not go back there, and you've decided to go wherever the U.S. sends you. I know his family and him, their number one choice would be to stay where they are at, which is in the U.S., where he has connections. However, I've said this to y'all before, anything can happen, anything can change overnight. That's why if you make sure say you're good at your yard. I don't know other people's story. I know that Jamaica is heaven for some of us and it's hell for others. So I can't talk against those who want to escape the hell that they have there. That's their reality, not mine. However, these people, it's not your place. They can wake up one day and actually really say, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And that's what happened right there. All right. Now, back to the situation that we're in. I'll talk more about that when we get further deeper into it. I was going over the things that we're going to talk about. At some point today, maybe to the end of the show, we'll be sharing the screen so we can see faces for those who want to join us on screen and show faces. We said we were going to do that yesterday. We're holding true to that today. There's an ex-PNP counselor who has switched sides, and she has gone from a PNP over to a JLP. The uniform was weird because one day I saw the story where she said something about being sexually harassed in that party, and then about a week, not even a week passed, and she was no longer in orange. She was in green. So I thought that was quite weird, but we're going to talk about that a little bit as well. And we're also going to talk about the new sprint queen track and field. Julian Alfred steals the show in Budapest on the 100 meter. They had 5 Jamaicans in that race with her, 5 of our fastest. One of them just married somebody from a foreign country, and she now represents that foreign country, but they called her out when the race was being ran, even though she was running for the other country, because she has now switched allegiance to the country of her spouse. And that's who she represents now. I believe it's Norway. So there was about 5 Jamaicans in there, 4 of them, and Julian Alfred beat everybody, including my favorite. And I'm wondering, where is Elaine? And is she okay? And are we looking at? Well, we're gonna talk about this. It's a bit touchy, so I'm gonna handle it with care. And then, of course, we have the story about the niece who lost her life at the hand of her uncle over a house, and there is more information here concerning that, and then, of course, the Vybz Kartel situation. I won't even ask you where to start this morning, because there's so many people in here at this point, and I'm going to get like 1 million, and I can't keep up. I know him. He is my family member, best friend. He was interviewed by TVJ and many different platforms, and I know him very well. Just take this. Nothing is ever as it seems. Can't say too much openly, Mistress B said. All right, Mistress B. Humanitarian parole, TPS, or refugee relief. One of those. One of those, Charlotte. One of those. It's something where I forgot what the words the wife used, but she said, and I went and looked it up to see what it is, because I've never heard about it before, and what I can remember from when I looked it up, because I was about to cover it. What I remember is it is a different level of like seeking refuge here under, I think it's humanitarian. I don't know if it's humanitarian parole, but it's a 3-letter organized, or 3-letter something. And it says for people who are running away from torture in their country. And under that, the U.S. is not supposed to deport him to anywhere else where he could be subjected to torturous conditions. So where he's sent to now, they said that basically that is torturous conditions. So they are violating the rules of that he was accepted under. I'll dig it up in a minute and look. But it's probably one of those that you've put up on the screen. I didn't know that was him because of the name that they used. Okay, so Mistress B, that's not his real name, you're saying? You're the finest says, I'll be at work. I wish we could jump on the camera. Norway. Yes, I think it's Norway she's running for. She married somebody from there and has switched allegiance. Anyway, this is where I want to start. So we're going to start when we want to start, right? I want to start right here, switching the screen so we can get into our stories. I want to start off with this story right here. Let's go with this one first. Boom, right this up. All right. So, as you can see, it says that the uncle had killed before, and she was not his first, right? This the uncle right now. Remember yesterday I said I have other pictures of him because the way how the killer was described by those who witnessed him and by the surveillance video, witnessed him leaving the scene. He was in a long sleeve dark top. See, look at what he's wearing. He was in a long sleeve dark top. He was described as being in a bright yellow shorts and socks and slippers. Now, this is when they arrested him. When they arrested him, he had on seat upon him foot, socks and slippers, bright yellow shorts, long sleeve dark top. same outfit. So he didn't even change his outfit after he committed the crime. He stayed in the same outfit. And they tracked him to the house. They had an interview with him at the house, and he answered a lot of questions in a very suspicious manner, and combined those with the text messages that they got from her phone. They were able to bring him into custody based on that. And then they actually said he confessed. He confessed. He's not too bright. He's not too bright at all, Charlotte. To me, him not have no sense. But then, judging from his background now, here we go. So, it says that he has been charged with gunning down his niece on a New York City street, and apparently he did a lengthy prison sentence before for killing. Remember, so me look on the man yesterday and me telling us just something about his demeanor tells me that he's a bit off. But we're going to get very deep into this one. We're about to deep dive or dive deep. The Mount Vernon man has been charged with gunning down his niece over the property. Once did time in prison. He did time in prison before for a drive-by shooting that ended in the murder of a former NFL player's father. This man raised his son, put his son in the NFL, and this guy right here is responsible for that drive-by shooting. He was involved in it, and that's the time they gave him. Obviously, he wasn't the trigger man. Michael Foster, he's 58 years old. He allegedly shot and killed his niece, 39-year-old Julia Anderson, who is over here, outside her Bronx job on Monday over a bitter squabble over a family home in Westchester County, law enforcement sources have said. Now, the house that he took her life for, that is the house right there. That's the house that she lost her life for, over here. Right. Into the details. It wasn't his first brush with the law, as far as he is concerned. He's done this before. He has killed before. And the killing that he did before had something to do with a gun. Just like his niece's killing has something to do with a gun. What's of note, Your Honor, is that this defendant had previously been convicted of manslaughter where he has served a significant amount of time behind bars, said Bronx Assistant District Attorney Biram Namani in the court Thursday as Foster was arraigned. So he was in court yesterday being arraigned. This is the second person that he has killed, Your Honor. In other words, do not let him out. No kind of bail, no nothing. He's proven that he can kill. He's done it before, and now he has done it again. State correction records show that he was one of 4 individuals who were charged in the 1988 drive-by shooting death of Calvin Reed. Calvin Reed is the father of former Baltimore Ravens running back Rice, who was 39, a native of New Rochelle, played a role. He played for the 2013. He played in the 2013 Super Bowl, and he was a Super Bowl champion as well. But he is best remembered for he got caught up in a situation where he was manhandling his woman in an elevator, and the cameras caught it, and that pretty much killed his NFL career because they didn't want to be associated with the domestic violence stuff and with him, even though he and that same woman reconciled and they later on went on to marry because she was his girlfriend in the elevator. Years later, they went on to actually marry each other, and today they are still together. The Baltimore Ravens, yes, they're still together today as husband and wife, but he lost his NFL career over it. When I was reading the story, I was like, something, I wouldn't marry her. Whatever she did to piss me the hell off that day, I know I shouldn't have put my hands on her, but it gone bad already. So here what? I'm going to go get me some help, but I don't want to be with you. But he must have really been in love with her, and she must have really been in love with him because they got married after that, and he lost his whole NFL career because of it. He became a free agent. Nobody else wanted to pick him up. That was the end of his career. At the time of his father's killing, though, he was still in diapers. He was a very small child. With Foster later hit with a sentence of 4 to 20 years in state prison for a first-degree manslaughter conviction. I don't know what kind of deal he made, but that's what he pled to. first-degree manslaughter conviction, and he got 4 to 20 years. He was paroled in 1999. He went away in 1988. He and his niece were embroiled in a legal dispute over this home at 18 Bell Avenue in Mount Vernon when he allegedly shot her several times in the stomach as she was about to step into her Jeep in Wakefield. Records show that Foster and Anderson did share ownership of the house. They were supposed to share ownership of the house. But in recent years, they got into a bitter fight over who was the rightful owner of that house. I got some stuff that you might want to hear. In October, Anderson, which is the female who passed away right here, she actually filed a $27 million federal lawsuit against Westchester County prosecutors just in October of 2025. Because in April of 2025, she was arrested because she was accused by her uncle over here. She was accused by him of theft. And that theft involved her stealing the family's property. He was under the impression that she had forged the paperwork for ownership of the house. So he brought it to the attention of law enforcement, and she was arrested for it. The court documents suggest that she blamed her uncle for her arrest in her $27 million lawsuit because what began as a civil family dispute was transformed without investigation or legal basis into a months-long criminal ordeal that left deep and lasting scars, is what her paperwork said. Her charges were dropped shortly after she was arrested, and that's why she opened up the lawsuit. Because she basically said, he accused me, but I have paperwork that says it's mine. And he's saying I forged the paperwork, and you guys can't prove that I forged the paperwork. Why did you arrest me? Now, the entire process was initiated not through evidence or probable cause, but through the unvetted statement of a known felon with a violent criminal history and a personal vendetta, is what her paperwork said. He was ordered held without bail on murder. He's also charged with manslaughter. He's also charged with weapons charges, 10 counts, for his niece's fatal shooting outside. And outside the home, a relative told news media houses on Thursday that she was heartbroken by this senseless slaying. She said, "I'm falling apart." This is a 74-year-old woman who declined to give her name. She was just standing outside the home. I have her picture here because they took a picture of her at the door. They posted it to the public. I just didn't want to post it here. But she was basically just telling them that she's sad that things came to this. So the whole family knew that there was a dispute. There wasn't nothing quiet. I came home from work. I saw a lot of police cars, she said. I couldn't open my door, and I don't know what was going on. And I heard people talking. What happened? She said. It's Julie. That's that. So there was an open lawsuit from the young lady who lost her life. There's an open lawsuit against the county for her being arrested for her uncle accusation of her forging the paperwork to gain ownership of the house. It is said that the house was supposed to be shared. Ownership of the house was supposed to be shared. And it is said that the paperwork once reflected part ownership by her and part ownership by him. and I believe part ownership by her mother as well. And then somewhere down the line, paperwork appeared with her being the sole owner of the house. At that, Dr. Charla, I'm wondering if it was one of those situations where she really did try to finesse the house away from everybody into her own, and then, cause, you know, it goes back to watching her mom do her interview, right? Somebody wrote me a long something yesterday. So, Flo, it's very important for you not to spread rumors or not to have people think a certain kind of way because you're now victimizing the victim and XYZ. Listen, this is a broad, blown open case. People are going to speculate, and I'm speculating along with people too. I clearly said yesterday, if the mother is watching this, I don't want her to think that I am saying that she is involved. However, I can definitely understand why people are saying they think she might be involved because of the smiling, smirking, and the big old laugh that she let out at the end. Please understand that I am very conscious of the difference between a smirk, a smile, and a big old laugh. And she did all three. So people were like, your daughter just got killed, like in the worst way. Where did you find time? Jerome said it yesterday. Jerome said, not even if it was his cat or his dog or something, he wouldn't be laughing or smirking or smiling. So something is weird. Now, brought to my attention again, Soflo, think about this, right? The person said, think about this, Soflo. If all three of them did own the house, right? She don't have no husband or anything else, or named upon it. Him don't have nobody else either. The only other person who is left legally on that paperwork for that house is the mother. So, without a doubt, that house probably just now became hers and hers alone, the mother. So whether she consciously or subconsciously realized it, probably a part of her mind said, look how the house just dropping on my honey, all by myself, and I have to share it with nobody. Him gone a prisoner, she gone a grave. Me alone, I go live in it, and me own it now. You never know. You never know. I received something yesterday, and I can't call the name, but this is what it said. It said this, and mind you, I'm taking this with a grain of salt, okay? And you should too. It goes like this. I am not a subscriber to your channel. And I didn't want to put this information under the comments, but I am good at finding information, and this story interests me for no specific reason other than that I am a Jamaican and I feel sad for what had happened. Now, at first, I was in my feelings and I said, why wouldn't you be a subscriber? And how dare you even try to communicate with me without simply hitting the subscribe button? Oh, I'm going to work your subscription. Like, y'all subscribe to everybody and don't even go back to the channel, but you can't subscribe to me. Why? But I got past that quickly and back into this information right here. I'm a Jamaican and I feel sad for what has happened, and this has been such a common occurrence these days. This is my assumption. I believe that the uncle, Michael Foster, and his sister, Beverly Foster, which is the mother of the young lady who lost her life, that lived there, they might not have acquired much for themselves. And they both wanted the house. Julia Anderson, the young lady who lost her life, she was her grandmother's favorite grandchild, hence why she was added to the deed. Maybe Michael, the uncle, he might look at it as 2 against 1. Like either Julia, the niece, might want him, Julia and the niece, his sister and the niece, might want him out of the deed, so they are conspiring against him. So either she or her mother can inherit the house for them alone without having to worry about him. They still have other siblings that are alive, mostly living in Florida, though. This might be irrelevant, but Michael, the uncle, he was 18 years old when Julie, the niece, was born. Just saying. Anyways, I was able to get this information that you can check out for yourself. The obituary for the mother slash grandmother, that obituary has background information about Isilda Foster. And it seems she and her husband bought or acquired the property her brother Harvey Gladstone. They acquired the property from her brother Harvey Gladstone in 1981. At some point in 2017, she added 3 individuals: Julie E. In 2017, she added 3 individuals: Julie E. Anderson, Beverly E. Foster, and Michael G. Foster. All 3 of them were added to it in 2017 on the property along with her. Then she died in 2023. By February of 2025, the same 3 individuals, Julie E. Anderson, the one who is dead, Beverly E. Foster, the mother who did the interview, and Michael G. Foster, the uncle who is charged for her murder, they were added to the deed in 2025 of February. You can continue reading and you can check out these links that I have given you to do some research on your own. The property address is 18 Bell Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York, 1550. The deed was in Aston and Isilda Foster, who died years ago. And they gave me a link to go check out the information they've given me. And in 2017, Isilda Foster was on as the first party, and Julie E. Anderson, which is the person who died, Beverly E. Foster, and Michael G. Foster are second party on the deed. Until February of 2025, the 3 of them is stated as first and second party, but when you check who is the owner of the property, it says that Julie E. Anderson is the owner of the property, and that would be her. So, something happened with the paperwork along the way for the ownership of this house, because when the woman who was alive, who owned the house originally with her husband, who she bought it from her brother, she then, before she passed away, shortly before, she had put 3 of them on it. And now, suddenly, she's the sole owner of the house. Live on the air with SoFlo, good morning.
Yeah, bad people. Big up yourself, hear that.
Manners and respect, family, wow.
They never tell us something, you know. And me that you mother start with plastic things. When I sugarcoat nothing.
Don't do it.
SoFlo. Yeah, when I sugarcoat nothing, me I tell you just like the things. Me I listen to argument, yeah. SoFlo. Me used to do something in England, yeah. Them time them young, you know, me I still 42, me I same age. Yeah. Yeah. You to do some things when nobody now do, yeah? Me send for my 2 sisters them are foreign, you hear that? But to all the things they are foreign now, me never have no papers, no nothing. Yeah? So some other people are dealing with the thing, yeah? And you know, so all of that money there, everything, then take it away. I'm going to go to Jamaica. I was a return resident. Not in the street, I was a return resident. So, all of them things, I can take it.
Take it?
One thing I said, are you going to bury in the house? Yeah,
Wow.
what you're gonna do? Family thing, what you're gonna do? And me end up to come back out foreign and I see the same people them. Yeah. I go to Jamaica where I see the same people them. Oh my God. Oh, you're the best. And I say, look for you now when I was a return resident, we can do everything, yeah?
Wow.
Yeah. So even the mother there, I not like the laugh, so she laugh. It looks suspicious.
It did. It looked suspicious.
It looks suspicious. It looks suspicious, yeah?
When I say she do nothing, we just say it looks suspicious.
It looks suspicious. Me that the cat, yeah, bad man.
All right, man. Man is our respect, man.
Later. Yeah.
And now that we're knowing more information about this, my mind keeps going back to that smirk, smile, and that laugh. I can't help it. My mind keeps going because I was trying to figure out why. And I said yesterday that people grieve in different ways, right? So you know, necessarily, I've seen people in shock, and them literally a smile. They're crying inside, but they're so in shock they smile or laugh. It's like I've seen a car hit somebody before, and the person got up when the car licked them. The person get up, and run left in bicycle, and run about a city block length, and then laid down on somebody's lawn and died. So, you know, people just react different ways to different things. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to say it. And again, I'm trying to cover myself because I don't want another cease and desist. By the way, I get to a cease and desist yesterday and the order by an attorney to remove a law firm here to remove one of my videos until blah blah blah. So I was up early this morning doing that too, editing out, chopping out pieces. There's a lot that come with doing this platform. You just wouldn't even know. How will if I headache go back at this? But anyway, I'm flustered by her knowing what I know now. Now everybody in the comment section is asking all the pertinent questions that I want to know too. Who added them to the deed? Because if grandma died in 2023, and then different paperwork got produced in 2025 that looked different from the paperwork when grandma was alive, and put everybody on it, and she put everybody on it like right before she died, then you have to question like, how did that came about? You know? But I don't know. I'm not. I would have to depend on a person who is versed in real estate law, Charla, who would have to tell us. Cause Charla, I don't understand how the deed work versus how the first person ownership, second person type of thing, and all that other stuff. I don't understand any of that. But that's what the paperwork was looking like before Granny died, and then after Granny passed. They went to go search and find out that she is now the owner of the property. She's listed as the owner of the property. So is that now the uncle feel like she forged the paperwork and took the house, took his mother's house away from him, and he didn't have anything else. And the person who wrote that to me, the person said, the mother, which is her mom who lived in the house, she hadn't accomplished much in her life either anyway. So it's not like she's like, me don't want the house, so I can't have it. I have my own big house over there, so I don't care about it. She wanted the house too. So it could be a case of. They were supposed to live in the house, share the house, but somebody wanted it for themselves. If that information is true, something not right there, so. Charlotte said they could have been added after probate if she had no will. But Charlotte, they were added while she was alive. While grandmother was alive, they were added as second owners. I don't know how that go. I mean, alone as far as I don't understand it that way. I understand if me and my spouse purchase a house, then we are the only ones on the paperwork for the house. I don't understand the add something part. the add person part. They were added while she was alive. All of them were on it while she was alive as second owners. So I don't know what that entails, second owner. And after now is where paperwork pops up that says this young lady right here is the sole owner. Either way you take it, I'm super suspicious now. Now, another news media entity said the bitter family feud over the ownership of the Mount Vernon home is what led to the woman's murder. Michael Foster, who is 58, who is accused of shooting his niece, made a confession that he did. According to police, Anderson had just left her job as an aide at a group home, and it was right across the street, and she walked to her distinctive SUV. Her SUV is super distinctive because of the way that she has the SUV looking. And the SUV, if you see it anywhere, you know when somebody mark up them car or have them car look a certain way, from the seat coming, you're going to know, say, okay, is her car that? Her car was like that, with the big old pink thing down by the grill and all that, and had some other stuff on it, had markers on it that told everybody that that was her vehicle. Officers responded to the 911 call, and they found her suffering from multiple gunshot wounds to her abdomen. And she was taken to the local hospital where she was pronounced dead. And of course, we already know that they both shared the same house. And they said that the house was actually shared by multiple generations of one family. So it's not just them alone live there. It's not just the mom and him and her live there. Somebody else lives there, or other people live there too. Sources say that Foster made incriminating admissions to the NYPD when they questioned him at the home on Tuesday. He was arrested on Wednesday evening in the Bronx, and he was charged with murder, manslaughter, and 10 counts of criminal possession of a weapon. Mind you, he is a convicted felon, so he wasn't supposed to have a gun in his possession anyways. Court records show that last year, Foster, which is the uncle, he accused Anderson of forging the deed to their home. She was arrested, but charges were quickly dropped. Anderson then sued, claiming that investigators relied solely on an unvetted statement of a known felon with a violent criminal history and a personal vendetta, nothing else. That was a reference to Foster, her uncle, who served time for the 1988 fatal shooting of Calvin Reed. And he was paroled in 1999, like I said before. Family and friends are in shock. Some are saying very smart, intelligent, hardworking person she was. Always had a smile on her face all the time. He has been remanded without bail. They're not going to give him any bail. He ain't coming out. So remember yesterday when Maverick, y'all remember yesterday when Maverick said, me not dead over no house, but me own. And Maverick also said, she give away her life. And a lot of you were offended when he said she give away her life, including me. I wasn't really offended. I just asked him for some context because I was like, okay, now this is blaming the victim. Really, the man killed her. Why would you say she gave away her life? You know, and he basically explained, like, if there are threats to your life concerning a property, it's best you walk away and leave it before somebody kill you for it, especially if they're expressing to you that they will kill you for it, which is what the text messages said according to what had been released. The police got a hold of her phone because her phone was on the scene. They cracked her phone open, and there were recent messages, even up until that day, of them, her and her uncle going back and forth, and him making serious threats to her about taking her life over the house. Boy, I saw this last night. It's just crazy because why we can't all just be at peace and live and enjoy life? It just couldn't be that simple. Nope, couldn't be that simple. That's not how life goes. You're asking for a perfect world. Ain't gonna happen. Killers are going to kill. Victims are going to be victimized. Those who are careless with their guard down will get caught. There will always be people around you of all different types of unscrupulous characteristics. That's just life. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. Here's just another situation of stuff what we used to. You know, in Jamaican culture, boy, one thing them do very regularly is kill over deadlift. Is it me alone that noticed that? One thing they do very regularly in our culture is kill over deadlift. So now, the only person who is left with the house now who is on the paperwork for the house, as far if this information checks out to be valid, the only person who's left on the paperwork for that house now is the mother, the one who was laughing in the interview. She's the only person who is left alive for that house. So she can very well take the house and go on about her business. And more than likely, that is exactly what's going to happen. She's on the paperwork. She's always been on the paperwork. She was on the paperwork when the original owner of the house put her on the paperwork. So if nobody else ain't left, who would get it is she. And like I said before, she might not mean anything bad by it, and probably subconsciously she thought it, and that's why her body forced out a laugh. Because she probably think to herself, then, my God, look how the two of them in here fight over the house. And look how the two of them just gone and left it. And I true, we did the panic, you know. And the two of them ain't never coming back, and me one left with it now, just so. Me never planned this like this. I have to go mourn my daughter now and bury her. And then my brother gone back to prison this time and probably not come out ever again. Me really left with the house. What you say, friends? Friends from Lake says, I wish her duppy hadn't her every day, haunt her every day of our life. The mother never planned that. Unless the uncle come out and say, my sister tell me, say, to kill her and disappear and make us keep the house between two of us because it's my mother's house. Unless he comes out and says that, she ain't got nothing to do with it. She knew they were arguing over it. She just didn't know that it would go that far. Night TV Lifestyle says it's crazy because my husband, his mom lives in the grandmother's house, and the aunties that live there here in America, they want to put her out just because they don't like her. And it's a big house too. I'm not sharing no house with nobody that don't like me. Red flag, big red flag. I am not sharing no house with nobody who does not like me. You see, if me in your place, the minute you show me bad face, I'm out. Because I have to be able to close my eyes and sleep. I don't want you push ice picking on my ears and stab out my brain. I don't know, I'm crazy. I think crazy things. I don't want you boil a pot of hot oil and come dash it on me while in my sleep. I don't want you to do anything to me while I don't want you to poison my food and slow poison me. I have to be in a place where I'm sure that everybody around me good. I'm not staying in no house, especially if I have a lawsuit out and it gone that far already. Yeah, I don't want to be in the house no more. I'm going to go find somewhere else to live until we sort this out. It's possible that the mother was the peacekeeper. Charlotte, absolutely. Charlotte said it's possible that the mother was the peacekeeper. And it's true. We must not think of her only as... Because Charlotte, you're right. Because this is what she's probably thinking on the flip side. Jesus Christ. And look how we try to get them to work together and to behave themselves. She with her one bag of something and then him now with him hothead self. And look where it end up. And I'm left with the house. And I wasn't fighting nobody for it. Yeah, so you're absolutely right, Charlotte. When Naya said the mother is running the shop in front of the house and she don't want them living in the house, but they live there in America. That's crazy. So the house should just be empty, basically. Those are the type of people that will kill you for it. Those are the type of people that will kill you for it. When you see people will lock it up and leave it empty, and you are a close family member, and then prefer you, they don't care if you're gonna live under a tree. You're just not living here. Don't go live there. Don't go live there. Then we kill you in it. And I don't put nothing past nobody. The sweetest smiles, the most frail body, they can all kill you. Friend says, do you think that she didn't know that it would have come down to this, knowing that he's a convicted criminal and can do anything? No, not necessarily, because if you look at his case, right, I don't think he was the trigger man in his case that shot the guy in the drive-by. I think it's one of those cases where you're in the car with company that did it, so you're probably a part of the crime, and then you got sentenced to 20 years, or where the person who actually pulled the trigger got more time. I'm just saying. So she probably don't, it's like this. It's like how a woman would be with a man that's a killer. And she knows him kill people and she know him kill already. But the way how him sex are good and the way how him kiss her up and love her all the time and tell her, if anybody ever do you nothing, and she's like, my man a bad man. My man afraid of people. Do something to me and make me call him here and see what him do you. And she, in her mind, she think he will never do nothing to me. It's like those people who have people in their family who everybody afraid of outside. But them things say, me grow him, so him not gonna do nothing to me. People think that stuff until the day comes where the individual actually do something to them. The individual thinks that. So she probably thought the same about her brother. I'm not going to hold it against him because he's been in prison before, circumstances and wrong place, wrong time. Family stay already. Downplay and minimize, especially when it's your blood. And then the house is owned by the mom. So the mom, while she was alive, the grandmother who passed away, while she was alive, she probably said, after my son no have nowhere to go. She no business if her son did go to prison for murder. All she knows is her baby come out of prison and she have to go help take care of him. I can't put him out on the street. He's my son. He have to go live in here and we have to go live in here with him. Integrate him back into the family. I don't want him to feel like a stranger. So she moved her son into the house. And now everybody else in the house is forced to live with somebody who just did 11 years for a murder case. So they don't have time to say, Granny, we don't want him in here. It's our son. And she owned the house. What is that, Charlotte? Felony murder, maybe? Not first degree. It said he pleaded guilty to manslaughter, first degree manslaughter. And he got sentenced to 4 to 20. And he went in 88 and he came out in 99. There must have been a good reason why the daughter was arrested. When the uncle made the report to the police, the charge dropped. Probably the mother tried to make peace. No. They probably acted too fast. They probably acted too fast when they arrested her. The arrest affidavit, they don't have anything to go off of other than her uncle's accusation. I don't know much about law. I'm not a trained attorney, but I do know that you can't just, if we're living in a place where you just accuse somebody and then they're arrested, probably all of us are on our way to prison at some point. Because your neighbor could just get up one day and said, hey, he's making terroristic threats against me. Every single day he gets up telling me he's going to kill me and he's going to kill my kids and kill my wife. I'm scared. Without them saying, okay, do you have a video, audio, any kind of proof that your neighbor does this? And your neighbor is like, no, he just does it. Believe me. And they're like, okay, come on now, Mr. SoFlo, turn around, put your hands behind your back and handcuff me and carry me gone. And I never said nothing to that neighbor. So I don't think they could just, I think that's what happened with her, is that they just went off of the uncle's words. Because she doesn't have any charges. She has no charge against her for forging the paperwork for the ownership of the house. Y'all remember the story about the Jamaican woman who, she was a head honcho, HNIC. Some of y'all might know what that means. At the Atlanta airport. That's a huge airport. And to be in charge of that. She was a head honcho in charge there. She had just came back from a trip from Jamaica and she landed in her airport and the feds swooped down on her and arrested her. Y'all remember that story that we covered? And she and her father is located in Florida. She was in Atlanta and she and her father got arrested because the house that her mom owns, the paperwork showed up that she and her father were now owners of that house. Along those lines, right? And they were charged with elderly abuse and forging the paperwork and all that. I was supposed to do some deep diving and do an update to that story. Yeah, but I don't think they had anything on her for the house. I don't think they had nothing on her for the house. I think that is what frustrated the uncle. Especially when she was using his past against him. You know, one of the most frustrating things is when somebody uses your past against you. Like, for instance, right? I'm an infantry combat veteran, right? And I am rated at a certain level with the VA for, they will call people like me disabled or a level of disability, or he has issues from his time in service and the things he did and seen and whatever. I'm one of those people, right? I'm gonna put some of this out there on the table for y'all. Check this out. So I'm very careful of who I have around me because people try to use it. They'll use it against you just for their own good. Like, for instance, I can remain calm and I can reason until we come to a decision amicably. But people will do stuff to anger you, trigger you, and as soon as I raise my voice, oh, I don't know what they did to you in the army, but you know, that's his PTSD, or that's his, he came back not right in the head, and these kind of things. That stuff angers you even more. So when she put in the paperwork that the police had no reason to arrest her other than the words of a convicted felon with a violent history, he probably thought, damn, I know she forged the friggin' paperwork, but she putting my past out there. I'm already not credible in the eyes of the law. So there's no way that I'm going to be able to prove this. And she's going to walk away with the damn house. Well, you know what? I'll go back to prison car. You now get the house here. And he did what he did. Kind of like how they did the guy that came from England to Jamaica to bury his mom. The brother said, well, if you're going to take with the whole of the house them from everybody, guess what? You now living it. You are going to bury just like you just bury mommy. Remember them kill him right after him bury mother because he wanted to take away all the properties, and it was multiple pieces of property, different house on each piece of property. And him I tell him, brother them said them have to vacate the property because him will do things to the property and stuff. I don't know if he was planning renovation and open up Airbnb and do whatever else. Yeah. So somebody will look at you now and just say, okay, so you're going to use my past against me and it's not going to work out in my favor. So you feel like you win then. All right, hold this. Me can't live in it, you not live in it neither. Matter of fact, you not live no more. Yeah. I'll just say, SoFlo, you hit the nail on the head. I can't see their mom not including him on the deed because as a mom myself, that's what I would do, especially seeing what had happened to him. Right. And that's what I'm saying is, while the mom was alive, the paperwork had him on it, had his sister on it, and had her on it. This young lady. And then shortly after Granny died, paperwork showed up with her as the owner, listed as the owner, primary owner of the house. So there's something there that has to be ironed out in law. I just don't know what it is, because I know my field of expertise this. I don't know. People who have been through stuff get stuff used against them all the damn time. Most people who are ex-convicts, they're very careful. The ones who are trying to get them life back on track, they're very careful how people will use it against them. If anything goes missing in here, you're the first person they will probably look at. Well, he did time already before in prison. He just came out of prison 2 years ago. Check him. He probably the one who stole it. Poor guy probably ain't the one who stole it. You know, but just by default, you're the first person to look at. If you get angry, oh, he's a vet. Oh, he's a combat vet. Yeah, they're not too right in the head. He angry for everything. Man, you know, get angry for everything, you know. You get angry appropriately, but people will still use it against you just to satisfy themselves. So she's probably using that against him. And I say that because they did release information from her lawsuit. And that's how she described him in the lawsuit, as the person who the police took information from and used that information to arrest her. $27 million is what she was suing for. She was suing the county for $27 million. And she just opened that lawsuit in October of 2025. Mistress B says that actually happened to an interracial couple. They arrested the wife, put through a whole rigmarole, and in the end, she ended up shooting them, and the husband died, and the wife shot in the face. Yep. My cousin did that to her brother. Sold 2 houses and kept all the insurance money. The man probably couldn't take it. I'm not making no excuses for him. I really don't know, because regardless of whatever the case may be, he could have fought that out in law. I would have got me an attorney and said, well, if you don't have no money, right, and attorneys cost money. Unless you were going to lock up and get one of the attorneys that was like, yo, I'll take this case pro bono, or I'll take this case on the basis that we don't move and you don't pay me anything, but I can see where you would have to have somebody who is going to sit down with you and hear you out. If he ain't doing good financially and he doesn't even have consultation fee to go pay an attorney, and all the attorneys are charging a consultation fee, they're not sitting with you for free. That's why I be telling y'all that Charlotte opening up a YouTube channel and telling y'all all kinds of stuff. Usually you have to pay a consultation fee to speak to people like these. Their time is money. And no attorney is going to just sit there and just give you free legal advice all day on any topic. Oh, you want to talk about real estate? Okay, that's up my alley, my field of expertise. Here is this, that, down the line. Oh, you want to talk about immigration? Here is everything you need to know. Nobody does that. There has to be an incentive there. That's how they make their living, right? If he didn't have any money to go see an attorney to have a consultation with, to find out, hey, listen, when my mom was alive, she just passed away the other day. And when she was alive, we all saw the paperwork, and all of us 3 here were on it. And that's the last paperwork all of us saw. How come now my niece just produced paperwork that says she is the sole owner? My mom would have never made her the sole owner. My sister is here. I am here. We are her 2 children. This is her grandchild. She would have never done it that way. She just stole the house. I have reason to believe she forged the paperwork. Let that attorney dig and go down that rabbit hole for you and uncover what needs to be uncovered. But don't go kill her, because now he don't have to pay no rent. Where he going? And I'm willing to bet he won't make it out of there alive. He's never coming out of there alive. she probably did a quick claim deed to add them. They would all need to agree to let her be the sole owner and sign off on that. You see? You see? And if they're all sitting there saying no such thing happened, none of us said she could be the sole owner. And when Granny was alive before she passed the other day, we were all on it as the same thing. And none of us were the sole owner. So how you get paperwork that says you're the sole owner now? Ah, boy. You know? Okay, so grandma could change things by a will, which resulted from probate. Grandma could change things by a will. So in her will, she would have said that in the event of my death, that my granddaughter would become the sole owner of this property. Right? How would that work? So if they went through the will, is that the process that's called probate? Like after the person died, they review the will, and in the will now would be the final will and testament where stuff would be split the way how the deceased person wants it to go. So while they were alive, they had it like all three of us were on there, but the final piece would be the will, because the deed says we're on it as second owners, but her will says something different from the deed. The will says in the event. Could that be possible, Charlotte? Could that be possible that the will would then say, in the event of my death, she becomes the sole owner of this property? Live on the air with SoFlo. Good morning.
Morning, SoFlo. Morning, Richard.
Morning, family. What going?
Are you on?
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that she was suing the county.
Mm-hmm. She was suing the
county.
Yes, she was suing the county for $27 million. Yes.
Watch this now. Devil's advocate. What if the county reach out to the uncle that are now saying, listen, some nonsense are going on. Get rid of this and we take care of you.
No. This is not Jamaica.
No. It happened here.
Yeah. The county would reach out? Nah.
No, it happened here. It happened here.
How?
Instead of them paying out 27 million, right? Mm. The lawsuit is now dead. There's no planting.
Well, if she's suing the county and he is mentioned in it, I believe that he would have been advised about him being a part of that lawsuit. Therefore, it would have came across like he would know about it.
Yeah, he would know about it, yes, as a defendant.
But how would the county reach out to him and say,
because they already know, say, look, for example, this is New York, right? And say, in the time of Rikers, everybody already have information for him. Every police department, everybody have information for him. It's not far-fetched. Something to think about.
All right. That's way outside the box. I love outside of the box thinking, but that's I think that's way outside the box.
No, right now, no. The government that kill people for land. If you don't want to sell them, then get rid of you. Wake up, man.
All right, brother. Manners. The man said government to kill people for land. They might kill people for land if your land upon one piece of place which part they are trying to do some development, like they want to put a couple gas station and a hotel right there, so and the city is developing and it's moving in this direction, but you're staying on your ancestral land and it's holding up the progress of them building out their vision, and you're not taking whatever it is they're offering. But this house right there, so we just sit in the middle of, I don't know. I don't think any county official is going to reach out to the brother and say, take care of that and we'll take care of you. I think that's a bit far-fetched. Maybe it's me, but I think that's a bit far-fetched. So true at Charlotte, or she get them to sign a document that they did not understand. If she got them to sign a document they did not understand, then she got away with it wild. I think probate is when you don't have a will. The whole of we in here, I guess. So What is probate for a will? Probate is the legal court supervised process that authenticates a deceased person's will. It formally appoints the executor, and it allows time for creditors to file claims, ensures debts and taxes are paid, and legally transfer the remaining assets to the beneficiaries. So, probate is not when you go challenge the will. Probate is when it is what I thought it was, which is the final step. This is where everything is finalized, carried out according to this. This is where everything is finalized and carried out, right? Including the will, the wishes, the final wishes of the individual whose will this is. So again, probate is the legal court supervised process that authenticates a deceased person's will. It formally appoints the executor. It allows time for creditors to file their claims. It ensures that the debts and the taxes, liens against properties, everything, whatever there's to be paid off is paid off. And then it legally transfers the remaining assets to the beneficiaries. So if it was true, that process that she ended up with that house, there was nothing that could take her off of being the sole owner if that's the process that she went through. It also says that when someone passes away, a will cannot be used to transfer a property until it is validated by the courts. The probate process provides legal authority to the executor, who is the person that is named in the will, to manage and distribute the assets. If there is no will, then the court appoints an administrator to distribute the assets according to the state laws. So you can't transfer property just by will. It has to be first validated by the courts. Learning, we're all learning something. The probate verifies the will, etc. And if there is no will, well, the courts appoint. Right, we just said that. All right, so in many cases, the deed controls who owns the house, not the will. And whether the person named in the will inherits the house depends on how the deed was. Well, it said that all three of them were on it, right? As secondary owners. If there's nothing left and she's dead and that's all they had left, then that means all three of them would have had to own that house together. Unless somebody could come up with a different paperwork that says, actually, I'm the owner. Which would have left the other two scratching their heads like, how come you're the owner now? We were on it with you as secondary owner. How come you're a primary owner of the property now? Which I think is what happened in this case. I don't know. There's just too much here. Now, I got my question answered. And my main question was, where was the property located? Are they fighting in the US over a piece of property that's in Jamaica? And I wanted to see what the property would look like and all these other kind of things. And it so happens that the property is here in the United States of America. And I guess I should lose our life over it. I'm going to say this one more time, then I'm going to change the subject. You know, I don't know how to say this other than if you think if it's getting dangerous, man, the best thing to do is move away from the situation. You know, if she had the proper paperwork in herself, she knows she's the owner. I would not be staying there with my uncle who keeps threatening to kill me, knowing that he had killed before. I just wouldn't be there. Whether he meant it or not, I'm going to go live somewhere else. I'm going to go live somewhere else until I can work this out, until I get my lawsuit corrected, all right, until the house goes through. And in the meantime, I would probably want him out of there because you keep threatening to kill me. And I know it's your mama house, but I have the paperwork that says it's mine. So y'all can fight me in court. Let's see how far this goes. If we come out of the court case and the judge decides my paperwork is authentic, the house is mine, you're going to have to leave. And once you leave, then I'll come back and I'll do my security measures. We got to start taking people more serious, and we got to start taking life more seriously. I don't joke with nobody who says they're going to do anything to me. I don't give a damn if you say it in a joke. And you in the house with the man. To her mom, if we made you feel any way, we apologize. We're not trying to victimize you in your time of sorrow. We're just stating the obvious. And if you are watching me after something just happened like that to my daughter, and you saw me laugh, smirk, smile, and laugh, you would probably think the same thing. That's weird of him. So we're just speaking out loud what everybody else is observing, including us. All right? We're not saying you're involved. We're not saying you're involved. If you're a good mom and you're not involved, then this must really, really hurt, because you lost your own child by your brother, somebody who you also love. And we can't fathom that kind of loss, that kind of tragedy. So no disrespect intended, but for conversation's sake, people are talking. Kingston says she probably wanted to sell the house and leave him homeless. Maybe you're not Kingston, because in the argument back and forth, if I know I have ownership of that house and you keep texting and telling me and we are cuss all day, even when I'm at work, you're texting and we are cuss and you're telling me about you're going to kill me in there and all these things. Yeah, I would probably be shooting a message back saying, don't worry, because you won't be there for long. I'm going to make sure that you get moved out, blah, blah, blah. So he probably was under threat of being thrown out of the house and probably would have had nowhere to go. That happens when people make multiple changes to a will and have then scattered over the place. No one would have your will. No one should have your will. That is a private document in the event that you die. Villainize, not victimize. Well, for me, it's victimize. Villainize, we could go with that too. So we'll add villainize and victimize, because I feel like you're assaulting somebody when you're accusing them of stuff they didn't do, and you're making it seem as if they did it. And she is a victim in a way, because she just lost her child to tragedy. So if you're going to jump in and just say, I think she do it, you know. She do it. She look like she do it. Yeah, you're victimizing the victim. It's kind of like a woman coming out and saying, hey man, he raped me. And then you're over there saying, well, maybe because your skirt was too short. Yeah, you need to wear a longer skirt. You walk around with short skirts, see the man hold it down and rape you. Your fault. You're victimizing a victim, right? So we're not going to sit over here and victimize the victim. We don't have enough information to do that. And like I said before, in my book, in my world, if that brother came out and said, I mean, my sister planned this. If he come out and said to the police that him and his sister planned this, and that information is released to us, then that's a whole different story. But he hasn't said anything like that. It looked like he took this upon himself to do. And that's that. Yeah, Kings, that's what everybody is talking about. The way how she was laughing and smirking when the big laughter that she let out. But like we said again, one more time, people grieve in different ways. And sometimes somebody is in shock or a state of shock. They themselves don't even realize that they're saying something or laughing or the way they're reacting or acting. And you could be judged for that when furthest from the truth. There are people who murder people and actually show up to the people's funeral that they killed, crying, and do full interview too. I'm going to miss him so much. He was a good person to us, blah, blah, and I them kill him, you know. So, you have guilty people acting remorseful, and then you have remorseful and innocent people looking like they're guilty. It's all possible. It's all possible. Me not put nothing past nobody though, but we'll wait to see what more comes out of this. I have a feeling this is not all we're going to hear about this case. There's definitely going to be more to it. Too many questions still unanswered. Probably happier she alone have the house, King Big said. Either that or she in a shock. Maybe laughing at the irony of it all. Could see my family doing that. Yes, Charlotte. So Charlotte, yesterday we talked about that. Like us as Caribbean people, we have a weird way of Caribbean people have a weird sense of humor. Take it from me, man. I said it before. Like even when we are dating outside of our Caribbean pool, you will run into stuff where you laugh and slap leg and laugh, and other people can't understand why you laugh. So if you're with a foreigner to your culture, they might look at you and be like, you have a weird sense of humor. What the hell is funny about that? And immediately you are drawing. It happened to me before. Immediately I draw into myself because I'm like, you know, Seth, me did around a group of Jamaicans right now, the whole of it would laugh about this so hard. If I was around any of my Trinidad brethren them, or if I was around any Caribbean people, we would be laughing about this so hard. I can't be with this person. Because everything when me laugh at, you find so serious that, oh, you're the worst person ever. How could you laugh at something like that? You know what I mean? Caribbean people have a way of communicating, and some of the stuff, I mean, some of our behaviors and the vernaculars, some of the stuff we use and say and the phrases and the body language, it can tell people, it could be very misleading to outsiders. That he guilty. Yep, he guilty as hell. I know he guilty. You're not guilty, you know? You're not even have nothing to do with nothing. It's just how you communicate as a Caribbean person. So yeah, I'm not gonna judge the mom like that. But I am saying though, her behavior, I could see why people would say that. Flo, when the guy got shot on Mr. Vegas' property, and Vegas hold the camera on the security man and saying, you're one big idiot. Look how you get yourself killed now. Is that victimizing the victim? Yeah, but again, that's also Caribbean. Jerome, remember for culture, this is where somebody buff you in your back really hard. Man, I'll tell you again, you know, and you get a buff, and that's the person that buff you is somebody who will kill for you. Like them love you enough to kill somebody for you, but they will buff your rotted in your back one time. That me tired. I tell you, say, and send you with one go up, right? So we have to understand the cultural part of things too. But yeah, if Mr. Vegas hold the camera upon the man and said that, look, yeah, you that, you know, look how you get yourself killed now. That sound like a typical Jamaican. I saw a Jamaican woman, police kill her son. And she did not argue. She wasn't one of the mothers that said, Lord God, my boy, a good picnic. No, she come out and say, we talk to him, you know. And then she started talking like she was talking to him. Of course, he wasn't. He was laying there and them cover up the body. He said, you see how me talk to you? Eh? You see how me talk to you with your big idiot self? You see how much time I try to tell you? So if you stay away from the people them where you're there around, look on you now. Because you spread out on the roadside. Me not bury you, you know. And that's how she was going on. She was telling him she not burying him. He better go find somebody else bury him. Or she go catch a body on fire and all kind of something. The policeman was there saying, no, mommy, you can't do that. You can't just catch a body on fire. She said, I let him forget. That's how we communicate. That's how we communicate. The guy had a funeral send-off. His mother never set him body on fire like she did say, or left him a roadside vessel. She did bury him. But that's how we communicate. Live on the air with SoFlo. Good morning.
Morning, SoFlo. How going?
My day and the family walking.
For real, man. You know, I saw one of the thing online where the demonstration show was a rapper back then by the name of Joel
and she
Champagne.
was signed to I forgot who she was signed
Black.
to.
Someone is black. Someone is black.
She was in the company of famous people before, and she was signed to, and our uncle used to manage somebody else as
Jada
well.
Kiss.
And then when him catch the murder charge, he ended up dashing away that part-time life.
Yeah.
I heard it too, but I don't have anything to back it up, so I never to go into that part of it.
Oh, one thing I know, she was a rapper called the video look old,
but
like 2009 look real.
But is she?
Yeah, man, she, man, you can see the face. But look on the picture they put up now. I tell my wife, so look how the girl look innocent on the picture, you look different when she a rap and a thing back in the day. She look hardcore, you know what I mean? She look like the type of girl who will tell about your man no matter what kind of time for her. You don't know, but I say I said look to me.
Image.
Yeah. So she look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of us can imagine. I'm not touching her body, you know. But people can understand, me is pro-life, it's about life. If you not threaten me, I never harm you. I would never touch you. I'll be my worst enemy, I never touch you. See. That's what I believe now. You see?
Yeah.
But we'll always protect my life, but when I go,
don't take nobody life.
No, so I'm not believing in that. I'll never make your life. Why am I going to try to take your life?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, I'm going to listen so flow.
All right, my brother.
All right, good.
All right. So, when we're doing this, we're then going to, let me see if I have this one lined up for you already. No, I don't. This is a video that we're going to have to add. I'll go ahead and add these two videos right now. You can, talk amongst yourself in the chat and all these kind of things. We have to be careful how we handle these situations here. As much as we don't want to victimize somebody, this case is ongoing, and there will definitely be more to this case. If it's a case of she forged paperwork and it comes out later, because I'm pretty sure it will come out later. That's why I'm saying to y'all that this isn't ending. This is not ending. It's not going to end until everything is uncovered in this case. So if it comes out later that the paperwork was forged and she had no right to do it and she's not the rightful owner of the house, it should have been left at the original. 3 people, second owners, become first owners together since, and there was no will and testament or anything other than that says anything else, blah, blah, blah. Then, I would say she walked herself into a situation where, because we've seen this happen before. Where people go try sneak away property, dead left property from the rest of their siblings. It happened too many cases that I've covered out of Jamaica over the years. Them go down there, them try build upon piece of land, what them tell them, said, don't remember the woman from England that went down there and built the bigger level 2-story yellow house and them chop her up in it. It was her nephew that chop her up inside of the house. And they told her not to build on the land. And then put up bamboo and put string through the bamboo them and mark off the place for her and tell her don't touch nothing over here, so. And she have crew, construction worker, people, because she come from England with her money. And they went and tear down all the boundaries where the people them put up, our family member them put up. And then she said she can't live in peace in her house because half of it done bill already. And the other day, our nephew run in our house and have machete in her hand, and she still stay. Until him chop her up in there. Me not fight nobody for no land and no house. I'm good. I'm going to try to do something I've never done before right here. I'm learning as I go along, so audience, work with me. You said she's just pissed off. And that's just her grieving. Oh, the mother, when she was like, me not bury you. And she said she would just burn the body and all these kind of things. Yeah, she was just grieving. But the outsider wouldn't understand that. The outsider would be like, damn, they wicked as hell. That's how them Jamaicans get down. What's she gonna do? Burn her son's body? I wouldn't burn my son's body, blah. But we Jamaican know, say, I talk, she angry. And she hurt. because he's our son. And cause she warn him, and him still go get himself in a trouble and get killed and lay down on the roadside. And this how she have to witness it. My mother hurt. We know that. Somebody outside don't know that. So they'll judge the wrong way and the worst way too. Damn, they savage as hell. She gonna burn the body. That's what she said. That's what she said? Yeah, she said she gonna burn. Man, them Jamaican don't play. That's how they look at you when they don't understand you. That's why I love the around Caribbean people, you know. I'm in a business, which part of the Caribbean you come from either. We all have this thing about us where even through our differences, there is this line of understanding when it comes to certain things, as far as how we are and how we communicate. You know, that I'm not saying nothing about anybody else like we can't get along with them. I'm just saying for peace sake, and I find it easier and a more friendly environment. Because with everybody else, I have to be cautious and I have to remember, okay, they wouldn't find this funny and I can't laugh at this. And inside I'm laughing, but I can't let the laugh out because if me did their own, my Jamaican people or my Caribbean people, they will bust out a laugh, you see. But we can't laugh because everybody in here serious narrative. And them are going to think me strange. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When my daughter would do crazy, dangerous stuff, my mom would warn, I don't go to children's hospital. Be careful. Be careful. My grandfather, when me do stuff like this, I have a finger that me chop my finger and chop off like the top piece of one of my fingers, right? It didn't come off completely. The finger burst wide open though, all the way back from the inside right here, so back to the fingernail. So me squeeze up my finger and run, go up at the house, you know. I was like, Grandpa. Mas Clevey said, then if you do that to your finger, imagine what you would have done to mine. That's what he said before him even helped me. And I'm talking about my finger is just squirting blood. Now, maybe because I was a child, it seemed like a more drastic injury than what I thought it was. But his reaction wasn't, oh my God, that's a bad injury. My grandfather said, then if you do that to your finger, imagine what you would have done to mine. So to this day, I use that same phrase when my children do stuff. Jump, and me say, stop, and them jump till me hear, what happened to you? Me lick up my head, or I hurt my foot, or I say, if you do that to your foot, imagine what you would have done to mine. I got it from my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. People gotta, and people who outside who hear me say that, they'll be like, damn, that's how he treat his kids? What the hell he just said? Go pick the kid up and say something to the child, and you know what I mean? But I even had a problem with that when Shakira, one time, I don't remember what happened, but I'm like, pick up the baby and say something to the child and rub her down or something, right? Because I'm getting Americanized. Like, the picnic, okay. It never broke nothing. They're okay. She'll be all right. It's not in us. When think about this. Yeah, when that had pissed me off so much. I didn't know, say you can't hear me. See, you hear what she said? So the picnic must have hurt himself and he or she bought a better years than mine. No, that's not far from what my grandfather said. If you did do that to your finger, imagine what you would have done to mine. She said it to my child and I was pissed. I'm like, where are your motherly qualities? You know? Where are your motherly qualities? Pick up the baby and love her up. Her. That's when they're firing too long. You start pick up for them ways. We grow rough. When you drop, unless you really hurt yourself, yeah, brush it off, man. Go drink some water. If you lick your head, them give you sugar and water, kind of something like that. But we're not from a culture where you get pick up and hush. All right, you all right? And hush. It's not all the time you get that. Jerome said, why? Why are we on the same topic? Why Flo out here saying that he don't have anything to back it up? Oh God. Here you know. May I talk about back up this, you know. They sure do not understand us most of the time. They don't. But shout out to them same way. And shout out to the ones who actually do try to understand us. Because we really have our differences. Right? And big up to my Caribbean people as well. We don't know say one Caribbean already. And as much as we have differences, we are more similar than anything else. Live on the air with SoFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, Flo. How you doing?
Good, my brother. How you doing?
Well, I'm there. I'm going to take it easy.
Yeah. Talk to him now.
No, based on what you were saying just now, yesterday morning I was watching a video. It's a 6-minute video. But the father and the mother was talking to the little kid and said, put on these sticks. The wasp don't sting you. Leave the wasp alone. And believe it or not, me sit down patiently just to watch the outcome of the video. And if when the wasp lick your baby, and the mother and father, you prove you. And them a laugh and they put me a ball and they say, yeah man, the fucker, I will tell you to leave the water alone.
I see the video.
Yes, I.
It's a video.
Yeah.
It's a video in Jamaica, one like a black boy, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I see the video.
And the people they wait to see what's biting to him.
And they sting him up. Them sting him up.
Man,
yeah.
And them a ball and all the ball and them a cry. You hear mother and father, they laugh. Men tell you for year. Who know year go for you?
Yeah, so you're free guy, yo. Look how long we are telling you to put out the stick and let him watch them alone. I bet he won't do it again.
If that child was grown in America, they would rush the child. Oh, let me bring him to the hospital. Maybe, the wasp has some form of disease. We grew up a
Kai with the bees. When you go around the back and the bees sting him, and you run in that house, Mr. Somebody must say happy fence and I do something to me picnic. And that bees biting. Well, I know when the bees sting him up, remember, him have mother and father, we are Jamaican, so when the bees sting him up now, me dep on my mask cleavage, she dep on where she know too. So here the two we know to him, we are say, well, you know how bee sting feel now. And you'll be all right, and I'm going to kill you. Next time, don't pick them up. That's it. What more you have to do? He's a bee sting. He's a boy. He's outside learning his environment. Next time him see a bee, he's going to know, so don't try catch bees like sucker. Them will sting them way out of your hand, right? Which is what he did.
That's not a proper parenting. You must call him, rub the ear, and blow on it. How it feel? You feel better now?
And check if he's allergic to bee sting and monitor his breathing and rush to the hospital with him and all these kind of things. Yeah. That's when we're there for too long. That's what we turn into. And then we pick them grow up like this. Dad, stop. Yeah. Then we pick them grow up very different.
So we need to grow them how we were grown. I just the culture. If them are Jamaican, grow them like a Jamaican. When you grow up and stuff.
Yes. Me not say abuse them, but grow them according to your culture. I am very much for that. Them drop you say, get up. You know what I mean? Unless you go look first and make sure say nothing no broke or if it's a hard drop. But a simple drop, they will cry for a simple drop. You can't scrape them up every single time. They're going to fall all throughout life. Make them know so when they fall, you know, broke nothing. Get up and brush it off, man, and stop the loud cow bawling. Come on, let's go. Right?
All right. Well, Flo, I have a brother. And I still can't get over when the brother said that if his wife leave him, you make sure to take care of the wife and spend on her and make sure she don't have no worries.
Yeah.
I thought when you were married, you're married because you love the person. The person you love someone and that person leave you, you're going to get heartbroken. And you're out here rewarding the person to break your heart?
Well, your brother said, you're a troublemaker, Your brother said, but me I follow your argument. Your brother said that he loved her so much that and this is the level of love he has for her, that even if she broke his heart, he would still even if he see her out there and she's going through hard times, he would have pay her bills for a couple of years just to get her back on her feet, because he's not going to see her anywhere in life suffering and not help her, because he loves her that much. Even if she left him gone.
I understand, sir, if I messed up.
Jerome, you know where this gone now? Because I can't get you out of my head.
He won't call you.
No, he won't call you. The shiny seed bag and back are sitting. Because that's where it starts. I can't get it out of my head. Oh God.
No, you know, I remember when me hear that, Mr. Bumbuckler, the books there, go and go near my house.
It's all good. If I let him choose, it's all good. You know.
No, but that we grew up knowing something like that, Ali Buttons.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what love is blind. Eve said it.
Love is blind. Love is blind. If you love somebody, there is no conditions to the love. You know what I mean? Love unconditional. So I think a lot of us don't really understand what love is, because most of us love with conditions. You know? And true love don't come with conditions, you know. True love come with and requirements. True love is pure.
I think Stammer have the love. You know the ear where they dismantle the lady face? Make she can't see again badly, and she said she still love that ear.
You see?
Anyway, me not say Stammer wife are ear, but I'm just defining the type of love he has.
Yeah, that kind of love there. That kind of love.
Big up yourself, my brother. You just know say you. Me like provoke it, that's all.
He ain't good, man. I think him used to it now.
Yeah, man, but anyway, as we said, we have a culture where I get holy for beating for no reason. And even when my mother used to dress my wound, she'd have beat me on top of it for years. And if she's put dress in it, she'd have squeeze it and not beat the same ear while she'd have dressed it. So
I wickedness that. My granny never did that. My granny beat me, but then she used to tell me why she beat me. She used to try to explain to me, you know why I beat you? I said, no, grandma. She said, you don't know why I beat you? I said, no, grandma. She says, let me tell you why I beat you. I beat you because you lie. And you keep on lying. And I keep on telling you, don't lie to me. And you keep on lying to me. So I go and beat the lie out of you. Because I don't like a liar. Because a liar with teeth. And a teeth will kill. That's what my granny said. So that's what she used to me never get beat. Me never get senseless beaten for no reason. Or them I try do something to me while them address the beating, the bruises. I would get some good rotted beating, but then I would get an explanation behind that. Why me get the beating. I always know why me get beaten.
my mother will spread out and I walk away. And I step over her foot and say, come here.
Why?
Why you just step over? One piece of cloth or something? You're not supposed to say excuse me. You know, me get beaten. We used to get beaten for no reason.
No, that's not no reason. That is not no reason. You, as a kid growing up in Jamaica, you couldn't step over no grown person. You must be mad. You couldn't step over no grown person foot, just step over and gone. So that anybody, the whole of will get licked for that.
So what about you get beaten to 15?
They would at least say something to you about it. Like, come here. I just step over me and go, hey, step back over me. Them have superstitions associated with that, you know.
Me get beaten to say, come here. What you just said? I said, come here. No, I never that you just said.
Yeah.
So we do get beaten for embrace the own culture.
Little and nothing.
Hey, from where Shakira is from, did she ever get spanked and to speak proper English?
I don't think so. I highly doubt that. You ever hear them people that talk?
What they say, they talk real bad.
I mean, I say real bad, because I know some me deal with patois, but no man, they embrace patois. They embrace patois and they embrace the most extreme version of it.
Like what? Me a comes?
No, that's too light.
Okay. Hello, hey, me not even want to come off my phone and
Ben a good down
get somebody eye to you.
When you hear Ben a good down there. That heavy. Me like that though, because it keep me sharp with it too.
So you like her for her accent?
All of that.
Damn.
All of that.
I guess you win the lottery when you find her.
Here you know. Jerome, come off that one.
All right, big up yourself.
Big up later. Oh man. All right. Let's talk about this one now. Keep it interesting. Keep it flowing. Let's take this comment off the screen right here. And let's change the hi, baby girl.
Hi.
Come give me a hug.
I think my tablet isn't working anymore.
You're up now.
I think my tablet isn't working anymore.
Money. I don't want to talk about your tablet on this live. Look. Do you see how many people are on here?
Yeah, 1,000.
Yes, 1,011. And I don't want to talk about your tablet now. I don't want you to use the tablet like that anymore. Get off the tablet because school is starting soon, right?
Yeah.
I love you. Live on the air with Soulflow. Good morning.
Yeah, man, I have time this morning, man.
You have time this morning. Well, I know, but I know anything goes morning, you know. So you have to say what you say, because I'm going to go to eating, do it, handle it.
Jerome for start, right?
I love you. I'll see you later.
Okay.
I bet say everything I say, see, come back around in circles. Better.
Ian, what you say?
You know what I mean?
What you say?
Me tell you, say, me would say no, if you never ask me if you offend me, if you say me stammer, see? But because I ask, me tell you now how me feel about it, see?
Right.
Now, Jerome and Mervyn say, yo, we care. That's why we are asking you, see? But look at now, we give you a name, our Jerome do.
Still I call you.
What that tell you? What that tell you, sir? Me wrong or me right?
All right. So the man address something, Jerome. Listen. Because me tell Jerome said that's why I don't do it. Because he made it clear.
So from when you listen, once people, this is someone a learning experience. It's not about it for me.
Right.
I want people to understand this. When a person say him not like something, it means that him not make you do it, you know. I mean, him not ignore say hurt him, but if you not look small, he may hide it. So that's something like someone say, yo, me not like it, it means I not like it. So when time you consistently do it,
even after he said he don't like
it, it's a disrespect, it's a level of disrespect.
I agree. Even
you know what I mean?
Yes,
so,
I agree.
May allow Jerome to do forever, you know. I must make people know something, respect people, thing you, and don't come talk about say you care, so you ask, but after me tell you, give you a name, you still a hold on fun. Me not care, no. Matter of fact, me will laugh at myself with you. I laugh more louder than you. I don't care.
But it's sure you say I never respect you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I also learn experience. Respect people humble. If a man said that you want to get joke, I said my thing said you ought to be little. And I see that come in a circle now. Because the first time I think come with a thing there, you know, a kind of thing to say it's like you're invalid or defam or something, you know. Everybody know that. It come like I said you can't pronounce the word properly. You support your brain now work good, you know, 100% human, 100%. You know what I mean?
I get it, man. I get it. I said that to Jerome as well. So
I'm sensitive, I'm sensitive, I'm sensitive, I'm come on this again, but it's just to say we have an issue. Jamaica have an issue. So I say it is not a culture, it's an ignorance. Because I can guarantee you, I have someone in my family who have a little thing in losing foot, see? And I see every time watching face now. As a man losing foot, so yo, one man have no other name but one now. And every time I laugh for them, I can see what as a turn and face, in face look away, like I said. John like gone down to now.
Him not like it.
You see me?
Yeah,
I me want to tell everybody say, yo, top call man, sir. But I don't want to be together, so they don't want to talk over me.
Yeah.
And I still do it anyway. It's a learning experience, dude. So how Jerome gonna feel we're gonna stop Sam? Can I stop Sam anytime? This is just a glitch. Right now. We can stop Sam any day. Alright. I'm not feeling no waste as a learning experience, isn't it?
We get it, brother.
Alright, big up. Yeah,
manners. Alright. You see what I'm just saying? Before we go on to my next topic, you see me change the screen. Before we go on to our next topic, I said that to Jerome before. Right? I said the brother asks us to not call him that. Him already tell us him feel a way about it. Because him said before he didn't like it, but he wouldn't say anything. But since we asked him, he's gonna tell us genuinely he doesn't like it. So I say, okay, if you genuinely don't like it, then because remember when we did the conversation about culture, and where I say, yo, in Jamaica, we set a certain way. If my brethren really dark skin, we call him blacker. If me have a brethren will look like him Chinese or have Chinese in him, we call him Chinaman. You know, our we look at China brethren, we call him Chinaman. If we have a brethren who are really light skin, we call him Reds. If we have a brethren who grow dreadlocks, we call him Natty, Bobo, Dread, Ras, anything like that. You know, if we have a brethren who are tall, we just call him Tall Man. You know, that's just so we give name. So if you talk and you have and you sound like you stammer, we just call you Stammer. We used to have a youth who living in my community who couldn't talk. Him just used to go like that, and we call him Dummy. I never knew until I became an adult that people who are mute or don't have words, you don't call them dummy. Because when you call somebody dumb, it's disrespectful. It actually means that their intelligence is lower, right? So we stop calling him dummy. But him grew up and listened to people that call him dummy. So we were having that conversation with Maverick, and it was under those conditions where, you know, Mervin said, Soflo, ask him if him like when you call him that or not. And I asked him, and he said, no, he does not like it. He would have never told us he didn't like it, though. He would have just rocked with we, because we are Jamaican, and that's how we do. But since we asked him, I'm going to make we know him don't like it. So I say, all right, bro, here what? Since you don't like it, I will never call you that again. Seeing? So Jerome, I said that to Jerome the other day. I said, why you still call him that? Him don't like it. But I think it's out of habit. Jerome, I go keep on calling him that. But Jerome, I want your member say him don't like it. And he told you that he don't like it. All right? If we are to respect each other, then that's the basic right there. Because if you're in a relationship and your spouse say, I don't like when you do this. I absolutely do not like it. You don't make sure you get up the next day and do the same thing where you're supposed to. Because sooner or later, them are going to left you. I'm going to do exactly what you say you don't like. Again, and again, and again, and again. Your spouse is not going to tell you every day they don't like it. They're just going to start looking at you like, okay, I see where you're at. You don't give a shit about what I don't like. All right, that's the level of respect you have for me. That's cool. But them now going to get up every day and say, I don't like it. And I told you I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. The man tell you I already said I don't like it, bro. Let's not do it. All right? Let's not do it. On to our next topic now. When I say Vybz Kartel behind me, why for that? When I say Kartel on the picture and two people on the picture, the person who is on the picture over here, the guy, I want to play the guy's video, right? And then we're going to play the girl video. One of these individuals, both are professed fans of this conversation about to get real interesting. I want all the dancehall fanatics them tune in right now. One of these individuals mad about something and the other one mad about something else. One of them, though, is calling him the lowest of the low, disgraceful, done. Lock him off, will never support him again, lost support for him. And then the other one is sending him a warning. So we're going to play one and then play the other and show you where it's at. Let's start with the brother first. Actually, before we do that, let's start with a message from Vybz Kartel about Sumfest. Because Sumfest a big something will happen. Kartel and Mavado on one stage. I wish I could fly into Jamaica for that. But I'll get to see that sometime soon. Anyway, let's start with this first.
Fest, yeah man, gates open at 3 p.m. Show starts at 6 p.m. Gaza Gully Saga starts at 11 p.m. And don't remember, no tickets will be sold at the venue. Get your tickets online or at select Fontana stores. Check your Sumfest info page for like shuttle info from Knutsford and JUTC, park and ride options. You don't know how the world works. 2 additional toll stations are built right now to ease the traffic, so don't worry about traffic, just pull up. And stay tuned to the Reggae Sumfest social media page for all updates. What this under me knows, I'm out.
All right, that's Kartel letting y'all know he is going to be at Sumfest, and you know, no worry about nothing. Come on through. Don't come there thinking you can pay your way in. This event is Ram Jam Pack. Make sure you get a ticket them online. You know, different tiers of ticket for different, all these other things. Sort that out, right? Live on the air with SoFlo. Good morning.
When are they country?
And then so somebody else stutter, if you just take all the big two and sink in the ground, so they can't have it out no more.
All right, what up?
You ever hear that before?
No, I never heard that one before.
You know, I hear country go, they say they stutter, just take all the big two, man.
Me hear them say,
Sink in the ground. So you must talk, so you must stutter more. You can't come out. So we don't trouble brother still, I after you. You know, we just grew up a certain way.
Yeah.
But I may have one cousin, you know, that the man they can't talk, you know.
My friend him say him don't like it, I couldn't do it again though.
You can't do it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, fam. Why you calling about sing toe in a ground? The man said, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. I'm calling out from now on anytime I'm going to do it. Because I don't want nobody come here feeling disrespected or feeling like, you know what I'm saying? If we're going to be a family over here, we must understand that we have unique family individuals, just like any family. You have your rumhead uncle. You have your muddy uncle. You have your highly intellectual uncle that feel like he doesn't belong unless he's teaching everybody in the family. You have your auntie who do this and that. And that's how we're going to stay over here. So, but we're going to love everybody equally and accordingly. And we're going to look out for each other. And we won't do things over here to hurt one another. No matter how small it is. See? All right. Moving right along. Let's play this brother first. This brother right there so had something to say. You know, say, World Cup are going. Soccer, football, a keep. Jamaican culture, soccer, we in America say soccer, them say football, we say football in Jamaica. The rest of the world says football as well. Not American football, soccer. We want, apparently, Vybz Kartel is supporting, anyway, let me just play it first. I want to listen good. What this fan had to say to Vybz Kartel concerning this World Cup and who he's supporting. Watch this.
I come to realize the Vybz Kartel's a blood clot pagan. I don't trust the world boss again, you know, fam. You must mind I don't burn my blood clot orange Gaza kerchief. Cause he went. Wait.
He said, I come to realize that Vybz Kartel is a blood clot pagan. I don't trust the world boss again, you know. His British accent is very thick, but it sounds more like a London British accent. So you have to go listen really closely. But he's talking about Kartel and he's not joking. I'm dead serious though. Me now stop it again. Listen closely.
I come to realize the Vybz Kartel's a blood clot pagan. I don't trust the world boss again, you know, fam. You must mind I don't burn my blood clot orange Gaza kerchief. Cause see when this man was in jail, bro, the man them were loyal to the Gaza, you know, bro. And I see this man with a blood clot Argentina shirt talking about one Maradona, one Messi. Are you mad? Judgment on your blood clot, fam. What do you think it is? Brother, you ain't never seen one Argentinian man in the history of history buy a ticket to a Kartel show, bro. And all the man them right now got Freedom Street tickets. You best mind we don't switch that for a vendetta, you know. Cause Alkalines and Zanti the week before, you know. You best make sure, bro. All sit them for give you a conk in your head, bro. All sit them for give them a conk, bro. Because right now, man that were balling last night, cause England got kicked out of the World Cup, is coming to Freedom Street, bro. And you're there talking about one Maradona, one Messi. Mental health. If I know what you're doing, you know, because England free your blood clot, you know, one time you would have been rotting right now in Kingston, you know, bro. You've been rotting right now in the jail cell, you know. Man, and you know what? He must be a rage bait. It must be a troll thing, car. I can't believe it. It must be a troll. He's a rage baiter. It's for clicks and you get what I'm saying? You want to cause contention, but you better be careful with that car, bro. The man them will scream vendetta, bro. Try to show you something.
Yo, first of all, English people take football super serious. Them take football super serious. And you see how them drop out of the World Cup? England drop out of the World Cup, you know. Apparently, because that's what he said. And he said right now, man was balling literal eye water last night when time England dropped out of the World Cup, and you over here talking about Argentina and one Messi. And he was like, you must remember, say England free you. Vybz Kartel case went all the way to the Privy Council in order for him to get his freedom. He was sentenced to at least 38 years behind bars before he would even be eligible for parole. At 13 years in, his case hit the law lords of the Privy Council in London, England, and them end up basically setting him free, really and truly, right? And he say right now, I'll see them figure a conk in your head blood, because you never see not one Argentinian ever say free world boss or anything like that. And right now, there's a whole heap of British man about to come some fest, buy tickets and everything. The man say, you better be careful, we don't switch it for a vendetta, which is alkaline, because he said, yo, alkaline, they are sent it, I think he said the week after or something. It's the week after you perform alkaline, they are sent it, so you better mind the man, them don't switch them ticket for that and stop say Gaza. Him say, yo, I used to be loyal to the Gaza, you know, but I don't know no more, brother. I don't know. Maybe this is clickbait. Maybe he's a rage beta. Maybe he's just doing this to get people riled up, stirred up. This can't be real. You know what I mean? Him dead serious too, you know? Him dead serious too. King Big said, I was never for Argentina, but me never take it serious like that. At the first place me ever go, I see them take football so serious, was in the UK. Them take football serious, brother, till me talk about you can get thump, you can get your face thump off, you can get kicked down and mash up, like them take it dead serious. Yeah. I don't know if Kartel know that. So them take it so serious. And I don't know if he was thinking into it that deep. Or maybe him have him side from long time, but him should have switched. Him should have switched and consider all the things what the brother said. The man said, if it wasn't for England, you'd be in a jail cell still rotting, you know. You'd be in a jail cell in Kingston still rotting right now. Remember, England free you, yeah? Are you over here talking about one Argentina, one Messi? Ah, boy. You better take it dead serious, man. Kartel, what says you? Because your fans, them are threatening to switch to vendetta and trading them ticket and go say alkaline 1 week later. Double scene. I would pick North Korea over Argentina, Bunches said. Wait there, King Big said, that me know, so flow. But the brother have a point. Him have a point. Carissa Smith said for real and cry real tears in a real life when their team lose to. Carissa, tell them please. Yo, me say at the first set of people me see when take it to a whole next level. They got football hooligans and everything like that. You see, if you're in that stadium there and things don't go them way, and you are a fan of the opposing team and you're in an area where they run deep who just lost, you better dash away your jersey real quick and change on the covert operation and come out of that real fast, because they drink beer in there. Somebody is going to kick it off with you. Somebody will kick it off with you. I can't tell you how many fights I saw when I was there and it was all over football. Like, take it serious. Us, we'll be like, my team lose, John no star, and we'll leave it right there. Not them. Not them. Mr. Bram says, I know England free the man. England with stupid high court there. Live on the air with SoFlo. Good morning.
SoFlo, morning.
Morning, family. What going?
I'm good. Quick thing, just one sentence. Listen, England take their football so serious. Mm-hmm. They are the only ones I see block road, burn cars, and do things. Even when they win.
Beat up people too.
Even when they win.
Even when they win.
Even when they win.
Tear
so they don't play.
Beat up people. Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like.
Have a good morning.
All right, you too. I feel like if it did see Kartel right now, it would have said more than those words. The brother heated blood. I'm gonna play him comment one more time. I gotta play it one more time, just so y'all, after explaining all this, just so y'all could feel his vibe. Cause trust me when I tell you, I'm dead serious.
I come to realize the Vybz Kartel's a blood clot pagan. I don't trust the word boss again, you know, fam. You must mind I don't burn my blood clot orange Gaza kerchief. Cause see when this man was in jail, bro, the man them were loyal to the Gaza, you know, bro. And I see this man with a blood clot Argentina shirt talking about one Maradona, one Messi. Are you mad? Judgment on your blood clot, fam. Oh, what you think it is? Brother, you ain't never seen one Argentinian man in the history of history buy a ticket to a cartel show, bro. And all the man them right now got Freedom Street tickets. You best mind we don't switch that for a vendetta, you know. Cause Alkaline's in Zante the week before, you know. Oh, you best make sure, bro. All sit them for give you a conk in your head, bro. All sit them for give them a conk, bro. Because right now, man that were balling last night, cause England got kicked out of the World Cup, is coming to Freedom Street, bro. And you're there talking about one Maradona, one Messi. Mental health. If I know what you're doing, you know, because England free your blood clot, you know, one time you would have been rotten right now. in Kingston, you know, bro. He's been rotting right now in the jail, so, you know. Man, and you know what? He must be a rage bait. It must be a troll thing, car. I can't believe it. It must be a troll. He's a rage baiter. It's for clicks and you get what I'm saying? You want to cause contention, but you better be careful with that car, bro. The man them will scream vendetta, bro. Trying to show you something.
The man said you want to cause contention, but you better be careful with that because the man then will scream vendetta. Then will show up, oh, bloodfire. Guess what? Vybz Kartel and Mavado are performing at the O2 Arena in London sometime soon. That him I talk about. He ain't talking about some fest. He talking about on their turf. Brother, you don't want them show up at your thing and dead in the thousands and scream vendetta. Call them Bex. Them take this serious. Them get kicked out of the World Cup. Them done. He said man was balling real tears. Real tears. And you over here talking about one Argentina, one Messi, while we over here balling real tears blood. I mean, I know I can't tell you, I forgot to do something to fix that with your British crowd. Yeah. But let's hear what this young lady have to say over Yasa now, because she not depend no joke thing. She is on something totally different. And this is where I think the conversations are going to get deep. Watch this.
Greetings, Earthlings. Am I the only one so sick and tired of Vybz Kartel? Like,
first of all, let me set this up. Ask Blondie TV is on Instagram. Ask Blondie TV is not the only person with this video of this person who is about to speak. I just choose to use Ask Blondie TV because I want to promote Ask Blondie TV on IG for those who don't know about Ask Blondie TV, so you can go follow Ask Blondie TV because I tune into Ask Blondie TV all the time and is always support for me. Right, so that's why I'm using it. I could have used anybody else because the video is everywhere now. So with that said, let's go right back into it. Here's what she said. Listen carefully, and then we're gonna talk.
Greetings, Earthlings. Am I the only one so sick and tired of Vybz Kartel? Like, how you go from being the king of dancehall to just being a fucking clown on, like, just literally running a fucking social media circus? Like, that's really what you would think that when you get to a certain level, you call yourself a superstar, and the shit that he's entertaining, the shit that he's pushing out is so beneath him. Like, really? All this shit with see them and like the videos with the different women, like, you're fucking disgusting now. Like, you would think he would have more standards for himself, especially considering that he calls himself a superstar. This is not superstar behavior. Like, put out stuff of substance. Now he's just a fucking TikTok clown. That's why I just can't with the, like, when he first came out and he's dropping all this God, this and all that conscious music, you know, like, I knew it was a crock of shit. Like, yo, it don't matter how many times a snake shed his skin, it's always gonna be a snake. Because, like, look at the shit that you're pushing out. Like, your last album was what, God's Plan or something like that? Something about God was his last album, but you're pushing out absolute buffoonery right now. Like, straight trash TV. Like, it's become, like, everything that I see of him now on FYP is straight, like, low budget trash TV. Fake outrage, just videos with him with all these, like, you're disgusting. Literally. It's like, you know when you really used to respect an artist and then now you just don't, because it's like, you're supposed to be a fucking millionaire, you know? And here you are, pushing out absolute trash. Like, you're a grandfather. Like, gross. And the stupid women in there entertaining this shit. They all a bunch of idiots over there. Bunch of fucking clown. It's a fucking clown show. It's literally a shit show. Yeah.
Oh man, she is deep in her feelings, fam. She is deep in her feelings. Somebody said, "Me not lie, Cartel remix library looks very shaky." His remix library looks very shaky. What the remix library mean? She a nowadays fan. First of all, right, when Cartel came out of prison first, the first song him dropped, right? I thought I told you that the comic is coming. You remember that? Me fuck your mother through the prison grill. Me fuck your mother through the prison window. Wet up her pussy with my middle finger, then me dig it out with the lumber. What are you talking about? You're not a fan. I'm just saying. Because I know somebody is gonna say, "Yep, I knew Soflo TV was going to defend Vybz Kartel because that's what he does." But I can listen to somebody and tell you if you are a fan or not. She was not a fan. You are a Johnny Come Lately / want to be a fan, but you are offended by the amount of women around him. One thing I realized through that speech was how many times the women are mentioned. It's like him shouldn't have no women around him. In your mind, you wanted him to come out of prison because she kind of looked like Sidem. If Sidem did never have on no makeup or nothing like that, she could have passed for Sidem's sister, right? So she's probably looking like wanting to live vicariously through Sidem. Like, okay, now we're married. He's married to her now. They had the big splashy wedding. He's only putting out music and he's acting like a grandpa. I don't know what that means. Like, how do you think it will work out for him if he actually started acting like a grandpa? This is dancehall. Dancehall is forever young. Anytime you put yourself in a grandpa shoes in a dancehall, you're gone over to the has-been. You're going to be the relic. You're going to be the 90s artist. We are hold a 90s party later. We are do a 90s dance. That's not what you want to be if you are trying to be and stay current, right? But you want him to be grandpa. You're a grandpa now. What the hell does that supposed to mean? He was a grandpa behind bars before he came out. Him son did breed woman before him come out and pick the ball, you know. So he was supposed to come out with a walking stick and I'm a grandpa now. I don't get it. I don't get it. What you mean my remix library, meaning all the remix them me upload? Me still not get that, brother. Damn, she big mad. She big mad. But I think she more mad about the women and she more mad about Sidem, as in she's mad for Sidem. She thinks Sidem should be upset. She thinks Sidem should be upset and he's disgusting. I wonder if y'all know that if you dedicate yourself to creating content, you will probably find an audience for your content. And if you find an audience for your content, you will probably end up making a whole lot of money. You see, a lot of people try to get on the wagon after the wagon get an engine and start rolling full throttle, and then it's too late. But when people are showing you the way, you call them all kind of name. It's a shit show. Everybody is an idiot over there. Don't be that invested in nobody's life. Don't be that invested in nobody's life. I am not invested that much in any artist's life to where I'm that angry, to where I am that upset over what they're choosing to do. I'm either entertained or I'm not. And if I'm not entertained, I just simply scroll on by. You know? Now, if you start to get into the field where you speak about serious topics that affect us as a race or as a people or as a nation or as men or as etc., or then we will get serious with a serious topic. But that's not no serious topic, man. That's not no serious topic. The name of the album, she didn't even know it. It's called God and Time. And before the album came out, he already said what was going to be on the album. So you never know about the pre-order. You never know about the preview. You're not no fan. You wasn't no fan. You are one of the people who call yourself fan just so you could say everything else that you need to say after. A lot of people do that. Me used to be a big fan of Kartel, but me lose half of him. Me I go follow somebody else now. All the one them will say, me I go follow Alkaline now. Because Kartel, him just coming like a big waist man now. Like, look how him a treat him woman. So you go follow one man. We talk about body wash. And how him will come in a cup and the girl drink it. And these things. And you feel like you jump ship for something better. There's no need to be that judgmental. They are all entertainers, recording artists / performers. They are. And social media is there for who want to take it upon themselves. Matter of fact, if she was a fan, she would know that Vybz Kartel was vlogging before vlogging was vlogging. I don't know that. A lot of us know that, but a lot of these newcomers don't know that. He was vlogging before vlogging was vlogging. Him did the vlogging way before anybody out there will vlog. It was called Vybz Kartel Speaks His Mind. And it was volume 1 and volume 2 and volume 3 and 4 and blah, blah, blah. So what you are talking about? When I do on internet, no one did I do it way back before me even go to prison. The internet was just not as it is now. And now that he's out, and you can really capitalize, because they weren't paying nobody back then. Back then, you just grab a camera, you sign up for your channel, you make a little channel, and you just start film and post. And they never used to care, and nobody was getting paid either. Once YouTube became a monetized platform, and all these other platforms monetized, and then they started being restrictive about content and what you can post and cannot post, and then them take up corporate business and start run commercial on your thing and all these things. That came way later. Kartel is a businessman. He's an entrepreneur. You think him as an entrepreneur is going to see an avenue where thousands and thousands of dollars per month can be made, extra income? Him not kill nobody. And he ain't robbing nobody for their money. And you have an option. Tune out. So the man that they are making money and he's entertaining his audience, the ones who truly follow him and like what he's doing. I'm not saying you're not entitled to have an opinion, but don't feel like your opinion is supposed to govern somebody's life. Imagine all of us here living off of somebody else's opinion. I'm going to live how they want me to live. Give the man some breathing space, man. Live on the air with SoFlo. Good morning.
If people know, say I want the Maverick today. Watch out now. You know, say at work, what I hear this now? But at work, I see a girl a flirt with me, a little browning girl a flirt with me. So he's a manager. And me I ignore her, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get too close. So she, you know what I mean? So I keep on else gear, like a sidestep. I know, so the girl no deal with me now.
Because you know what girl what she want?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I look on this with them up my females that cost out Kartel and turn them back on Kartel. And you know, Kartel give them time a day. Him not get them in front. I promise you this.
But say that all the time.
So what happened?
The one them where I talk without all the one them where I talk about, see them should leave him. And misery love company, you know, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave him and come struggle like the rest of we. I mean, I like to see you in a luxury all the time, but them not gonna say that. Them are gonna say, I don't like how he's treating her, and you know, you should value yourself more and you should leave him. See them walk out of the door there and watch and see about 1 million of them try to go force themselves through the same door where them encourage her to walk out of.
Yo, right,
So
you know, the first woman there, the girl who I talk about, I feel like a while.
Yeah.
She wish Kartel give her a chance to live in her life and live in her. She wish they be the girl or see them or anybody else. A jealousy, yo, a jealousy. Make her look on this now. If me have a female act for what me like, then, and then me see every man over her yard and her kitchen and yard over 5 man, I might feel away. But I say, what you girl move because she a slut, so. Because I like her, she have every different woman fall, man all about in her house, don't it?
Yeah.
At the same thing. So someone now watch must have heard, because she probably want Cartel have that dream and see one random girls that get all that and
She did not go live vicariously through Sidem. So when Sidem walked down the aisle, it would have been her walking down the aisle. And since it happened, she begs. Same have any other woman around him. Like you and all these women, and they're just over there entertaining like a bag of idiots. They're all idiots over there. It's a shit show. And she's so angry about the woman them. And how see them.
He's no superstar. He's no superstar, but when they on earth long enough notes when a woman want you and you now look upon them, it's like that different type of hate, and when they can't get you, they not like your umbrella. So I can go with Cartel now. When they can't get you and they want to flip through see them and they can't control the narrative and to blow bigger than how them have it locked in, they might go off. So all of them want Cartel and can't get Cartel. I want Cartel to know. I love what my going to you. I don't know hate you. All right, then the background.
All right, manners.
All right, yeah.
I throw my talk, I remember I did a work at one facility. Part of the therapy staff, right? I'm working at a facility. And when we did first reach there, them used I could sense all of it, and you could hear the whispers and the way how them look on you when you pass. The nurses and the CNAs were not hiding anything. Them did not make me know say. So they'll do stuff like find out who my next patient is gonna be for therapy, and they'll be like, okay, don't worry, I'll have her ready and I'll bring her down for you and all this other stuff. So I said, damn, my therapy days are going good. Me not have to go wake up somebody, hey Miss Jones, and she's like, who are you? I'm part of the therapy staff. My name is so-and-so, I'll be your therapist today. I'm trying to get you up out of bed and get you down to the therapy department. We can do some therapy. You're on my schedule. And, sometimes you meet resistance and they're like, I don't want to do no damn therapy. Get out of my room. That kind of stuff. So, and if you don't do therapy, then you don't get paid. So you have to work your way in. But when you have the CNAs and the nurses, them working with you, it goes a lot easier. Them done beat the person, jolly them up for you, deliver them to you. You're just running through patients for the day. You have a smooth day. Me, go tell one of them, say, I wouldn't want anybody there because I have my person already. And she's better than all of them. And she's on her way here. And Shakira was on her way to me in Texas. Come did a way out in the sticks. And I'm me alone. And them used to say, oh, you alone staying in that big old house by yourself. You don't need no company. I'm like, no, I don't need no company. I don't carry home no girl. I don't look for nothing. I'm swamped with patient notes during the day. I go home in the evening. I rest and kick up on phone with this one here. And can't wait for her to reach. And so I start telling them that. You see, when I reach work the next day, after I said that, I say, hey. Like me say, hey, have you seen Miss Jones? And the first one tell me, say, go find her yourself. I said, wow. What kind of answer is that? Go find her yourself. I said, oh, that's how you're going to do me? Go find her myself? She was like, you asking for her, that mean you the one who want her, right? Go find her yourself. And walk off. Just like that, hostile. I said, damn. I got to one next one. I asked for somebody else. I said, I got Miss So-and-so on my list today. If you could do her shower and make sure she's ready around XYZ time so I come get her for therapy. They're like, I'm going to see her when I see her. I said, damn. So all of my privilege get locked off because who I try to talk to me no want them. And because I made it known that I didn't want them like that, nobody no want to work with me professionally anymore. So women can be a certain kind of way. I could surely relate to what Mavrika said. Nobody now talk to me again. I have patients that go out. They're scheduled to go out to different facilities throughout the day, right? They might have a dental appointment, an eye appointment, something else. So me have to try catch them before, because by the time them come back from that appointment, my day is done and I have to get off the clock. So it is my duty to go in at the facility, find out who have appointment where, catch who I go out, run them therapy session before them leave for the day and all that. And I would need them to help me out, because they used to be like, hey, Miss So-and-so going out in 2 hours. If she on your list, you might have her. You might want to go knock her session out before. I'm like, thank you so much. Boom, I'm coming in, I building first thing, me do, pick up my log. I look at my log, I'm like, oh damn, she is on my list. Okay, boom, where's she at? Well, we got her in the shower right now, but we'll deliver her to you. Give me like 15 minutes. We say, okay, nice. Thank you so much. And me I go, the day I go good. You say, anytime me did tell them, say me have woman I come on her way and me don't want nobody there. Me blood fire, so when me go in there, where's Miss So-and-so? She already left. Damn, you couldn't tell me she was leaving? No. It's your job to go see if she's leaving. Next. I'm starting to miss patients and everything. Woman are something else. But yeah, I can definitely relate. So, back to this young lady right here, right? The brother with the England thing. And when you did come up there, true babe. You see, when you think I lie, me I tell when Shakira show. When she show up at the facility, you see, me say blood fire. You see, after that, I was no longer anybody's favorite person. Like, I couldn't get nobody to help me for nothing. Anything I needed, I had to go get it myself. And I had everything at my fingertips before I mentioned that she was on her way. I have one woman already. I don't need nobody here. So you don't need no company tonight. We'll come over and have a couple of drinks with you and blah blah blah. I'm like, nah. So you don't take nobody home with you? I'm like, no. You be in there by yourself? I'm like, yeah. Damn. How you do that? You must be a loner. Them try and try. I'm like, no, I'm good. Me that house by myself. I'm good, because I knew she was on her way. I never want to mess up the thing. I know, like I say, you couldn't knock them out and go to the next one, but that part of my life gone long time. I'm not that guy. I'm chilling. I'm waiting for my person. They hit me, and then when she show up, I brought her up to the facility, because I actually wanted to. Me not carry her up there for them to see her. I brought her there for her to see firsthand what I do, like how I treat patients, etc., right? What my schedule looks like on a daily basis, how I move around a facility, all that. Because remember, at that time, then she was just started. You did just start in a nursing program, right? And I was like, she going into the medical field anyways, and I work alongside nurses and CNAs. And so may I try to show her, like, this is how it's going to be, because look at them. That's how they do. And I work with them. And this is what I do. This is how the therapy staff move, occupational therapy, physical therapy. This is what we do, blah, blah, blah. And that me carry go up there for, me never carry go up there for show them who she is and how. Man, listen. Yeah, I had no friends in that building after that. It was a wrap. It was a straight rap for me after that. Couldn't get nobody to help me no more. Couldn't ask anybody for anybody. Anytime I ask them, go find them yourself. I'm like, this is so unprofessional. But me not argue with nobody. I was doing prereqs for nursing. You were doing prereqs for nursing, so that was the beginning. Right. You see Texas and Louisiana, boy, Banches say. Yeah, Banches, boy, Texas and Louisiana. We done been down them roads, but we speaking of the women. What's up, mommy?
I did my makeup.
You did your makeup? And you trying to show it off? Look at these people. Look at Melanie. Remember, I said the kids them there upon summer vacation. Melanie said she did her makeup. Let me take this off the screen. Let's switch this. Kai, I hope you never do no makeup, You see Kai face? Oh, Kai, bring your lizard. Let me see. In brother them catch shark, him go out the door, go run down lizard. First of all, I'm not really scared of lizard, but I'm not picking them up with my hands. Kai pick them up with him hand, walk around with them. Y'all tell her something about her makeup, please. Turn your head that way, mommy. Turn your head the other way. He said the lizard not bite hard. That's why I'm picking them up. All right, look at the camera now. What? You did a good job. Hold on, Kai. Don't cut your sister. You did a good job, mommy.
Yes.
Somebody said you did a good job. That's crazy, unprofessional behavior. It is, but that's what we put up with. Look, mommy. Carissa Smith said, you see it?
Yeah.
You go, beautiful. All right. Bachi, you see Kai face? All right, mommy, go. I like it. You look very runway-esque. Please don't knock over my milk. Look what this boy have. In mother, hold on, I got it, Kai. Let me hold it.
It's gonna come.
Back up, Papa. I got it. Let me hold it. Let me hold it. I got it. I'm not gonna drop it. So I gotta hold it so they can see it. So I have to hold it a certain way because of the green screen functioning. Sikai lizard house here. Oh, I gotta put it in front of my body like this. All right, so Kai lizard house here. Sikai have lizard. Watch a lizard in there. See, it's on screen now. So I gotta use my black shirt. I him go to the door, go catch them, you know. He went outside and caught these. Look, Kai, it looks like it's coming up for air or something. Did you feed it?
I fed them yesterday.
You fed them yesterday?
Yeah.
See that? Oh, the lizard is front and center. How many of them you got in there?
Two. There's a baby lizard. See?
So they can get fresh air and sun.
Yes.
Your mom said carry them outside so they could get fresh air and sun. Okay?
That one just jumped.
Okay. Are you gonna put more in there?
Oh.
Look, it's jumping like it want to escape though. Go get fresh air and sun for them.
Let's go, Kai.
Yo, the youth said me to buy him some. No, I should buy them some pets. I said I'm not getting no pets. I don't want no pets. Him end up with pets. Him go to the door, go catch him own pets. Yeah. Well, Kaya B never did I go agree at all. You don't like lizard. You don't like lizard. Kai will catch them and carry them inside and walk around with them in my hand like this. Why? I'm not catching no damn lizard. I don't even want, if them jump on me, me scream like gal. And I'm a grown man. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if a lizard jump on me, it'll probably be one of the loudest screams you'll ever hear. I don't like lizard. I don't like rat. I don't like none of them something there. And I know they can't really do me nothing, but I don't want them anywhere on me. Kind of want to let it go. Yeah, 1 minute, kind of want to let it go because here kind of me I go drop it or something I go happen to him lizard. Thank you, Karen Notice. She said, you look so beautiful. Them gone outside. They're not in here. They're not in the house no more. Great job, Milani. Mr. Bram says, great job, mommy. He's going to be a scientist. That kid. He might be something. He not sponsoring no pet store. Why you think we don't visit Florida? I'll know. You that afraid? Yeah, if you're that afraid of lizard, then don't come here because our lizards are free here. And if you go further down south, them like this. You can't be afraid of iguanas and be in Fort Lauderdale. If you in Fort Lauderdale area, down to Miami area, and you scared of lizards, you're going to have a hard time outside because they're everywhere. Big like that. We're not over-exaggerating, but they're big like that. Live on the air with SoFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SoFlo.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good.
All right. Talk to me. What?
Guess what, SoFlo?
Wow.
I'm a grandma of 76 years of age.
You're a grandmother of 76 years of age.
Yes, and let me tell you something. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone?
Yeah, leave him alone with that lizard. He's telling you something. As your caller said before, look at the science era. Leave him with his animals.
Okay.
I'm telling you, yes?
Okay.
He showed you what he's gonna do. Don't be afraid when you see him coming with something else.
Yes.
Somebody said so deep one bigger cage for crocodile.
Be prepared. Be prepared.
All right. All right. Thank you. You know, said the other night, right? We getting ready to go to bed. And Kaya tried to go outside. I'm like, where the hell are you going? It's bedtime. It's late in the night. He was like, I want to go outside. I said, Kaya, what do you want to go outside for? Because this is weird. He was like, I want to go catch something. So, hear me now. I say, boy, get your ass to bed. It's bedtime. And stop being silly. And then him come back again, and him start try open the door for go outside still. Me say, you know what? I say, you are super determined. Okay, Kai, go on outside. So in gone outside in the darkness, so the boy come back in, I hold something in his hand like this and run past me. So, I was like, in go outside, go catch something in the darkness for real. Me I tell him mother, Mr. In go outside, go catch something in the darkness for real. Well, me look at what next lizard, because him have one lizard night something, and me tell him, so the lizard lonely, and since you catch lizard, you wouldn't want anybody lock you into anywhere, and you the only one there, right? Give the lizard some company. I guess him see a lizard in the area where him say, other lizard there gonna be the company for this lizard, and him have to catch it before him go to bed. I'm glad me let him out. I said, go. He came back in like less than 5 minutes with it in his hand. And then he was trying to go out again. And this time carried Milani with him. And I was like, no, you're not going back out there. That's enough. Leave some for tomorrow. You always try to give an inch, you take a mile. Go to bed. It's bedtime. So Flo, remember, you see, I used to catch the bullfrog and cut them too. Yes, I did. I used to tell myself one time, say I was going to be a doctor and I want to be a surgeon. Catch one bullfrog one time. I used to catch bullfrog and like try operate on them. The last bullfrog I caught, me put on my spindles and me tie the bullfrog, foot them and spread eagle on its back. Me use one razor blade and cut the bullfrog straight down the middle, open up the bullfrog and take out certain, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm telling myself I'm doing an experiment to see if the bullfrog can live with certain body parts missing or certain organs missing. So I take out something out of the bullfrog that look like a liver or something like that. And then we try sew back the belly now and put the bullfrog in a jar and see how long the bullfrog would survive without this body part. My bullfrog dead. The bullfrog lived for about 2 days or so, then it dead. I climb one of them pine tree there and hang up the bullfrog in the top of the pine tree because I wanted to see if John Crow would feed on it after it died. So, I don't know, probably me kind of follow, because all them something that me used to do. But me a country picnic, and me grow up free like that too. We have whole heap of land to run up on. And I know you, babe. I know you. Sure. She said she never used to play in the dirt because she didn't want to get dirty. Me a country picnic. So I was dirty. When I was younger, I was the one all my aunts and grandparents called to get rid of the lizards and the frogs. When I hear the loud screaming and my name called, I already know what it was. Could it be that I've got somewhere and tried to get to him and fail? Why he's so bitter? Errol, what Errol I talk about? Errol, I must have missed your other comments. Could it be that I've got them somewhere and try to get to him and fail? Why he's so bitter? I don't understand the comment there. I don't understand where that comment fit in. Anyway, if Errol want to call and clarify that for us, he can do so. But for the people them from our side who are heading into Jamaica to enjoy Sumfest, have a wonderful time. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a beautiful experience. I only wish that I could be there too. But you know that go already. Can't make it. Right? All right. Now, I'll give you this background right now while we transition into another topic and plug this product right here. It's not really a product, it's an event. This is the Vybz Island Experience Cruise that is coming up on the 27th, not the 27th, it's coming up in 2027 April. So for the people them who want to go on the cruise, then you can use this is my promo code, SOUFLO. You can use my promo code if you're ready to book, and you can go and book your ticket and get ready. This is the vessel that we're actually going to be on. I did a picture of the exact vessel, and we did a video recently where we went through the vessel, through the rooms to show you what it looked like inside, what the different rooms look like, because there are different tiers. If your money tall up and long, you're going to get one of them big, expensive, nice looking, extravagant kind of suite there. And if your money little bit, your room still are nice, because all the rooms on here are nice. It's just going to be a smaller room. And then there are the in-between money and all these things. So we did that already. But that is the exact ship right there. It's not a different one, not a replica. That is it out at sea. That's what we're going to be on. And we're heading off to a private island, which is Coco Key in the Bahamas, to have some fun for 72 hours of dancehall music, fun and enjoyment, all right? Vybz Kartel along 40 plus other entertainers, with Kartel headlining it, and DJ Envy of the Breakfast Club hosting the event. It's going to be a spectacular event. We're shooting a movie out there. Don't miss it, all right? With that said, we're going to move on to our next topic for the morning, which, let's go with this one right, Tasso. Let me see. Da-da-da. All right. So, politics time again. Randomly switch. This is the ex-PNP councillor. Okay, if you notice, she has on two party colors. She has on green and she have on orange, which represents the JLP, or the People's National Party. She jumped ship. It is understood that the former People's National Party councillor for Savannah Lamar division, down at your side, Shakira. She a big cello. Down at Shakira place. Them stay. Anyways, she was the PNP councillor for Sav division in Westmoreland. Her name is Julian Chang, and Chang is now officially, she left PNP looking like this, and about a week later she showed up looking like that. All right, it is understood that Chang's membership was approved Tuesday night of this week. Today is Friday, so Tuesday gone, at a meeting of the JLP Standing Committee at the JLP's Belmont Road headquarters in St. Andrew. This now clears the way for Chang to cross the floors of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and sit as a member of the JLP Minority Caucus. Chang's move does little to affect the balance inside the municipality, where the PNP holds a 10-4 majority. Remember them did I say the election must have been stolen because how the PNP them come up with so many seats, even though they did not win the prime minister seat, but they won more of those other seats than the Jamaica Labour Party did. So Chang walked out on the PNP last month, with the party issuing a statement thanking her for her contributions. In that statement, the PNP said that it made considerable efforts to address and mediate the concerns that had arisen between Councillor Chang and others within the constituency leadership. And although the party didn't mention it in the statement, they were referring to the fallout between Councillor Chang and MP for Central Westmoreland, Dwayne Vaz. Chang accused Dwayne Vaz of sexual harassment. I guess him did a beg some of the pum-pum. This is a claim that the MP, Dwayne Vaz, absolutely denies. Didn't Dwayne Vaz step down after this, babe? Chang also accused Vybz of conspiring to have her removed as chairman for the Sablamar division. I guess you know your position come with you putting yourself in position. That kind of thing. You have to assume the position in order to hold on to your political position. And she said she not do it. According to her. I don't want nobody come sue me because them a fling around lawsuit now like it's crazy. It's crazy. Jamaica has definitely turned into America as far as lawsuit goes and defamation of character lawsuits, especially. One time gone in Jamaica, you would not hear of that. A man tell you about under your mother, you tell him about over so and people cuss and then that's the end of the day and somebody says something and you say, I lie them I tell. Now, you will be talking to my lawyers. Yeah, so we picked that up from America. And now defamation of character lawsuits are everywhere. With that, she decided the relationship is not healthy and she's going to quit. But them never know, so she's going to go over to the other side instead of quit. And she did. And now she's in green and she's JLP. She's JLP now for sure. So she gone. She moved from orange to June plum. 1 minute. So she moved from orange to June plum. She gone join her namesake. Remember say the other Chang over there now. We're talking about Minister of National Security and Deputy Prime Minister Harsh Chang, Sleepy Chang. So she and Chang, are they related? I don't know if they're related. You don't know. You never know. I doubt it, but you never know. There's no one that changed parties that does well. They are seen as traitors. And even the party who took them in, they don't treat them like family all the way, right? Even the party that take them in will never trust them because they're like, you run, come over here, so you probably can run, go back over there. So. But imagine her taking everything that she knows from over here and bringing it back over there to give to them over there what she knew from over here. I don't know their campaign strategies, things that they used to say behind the scenes, all these other kind of things. They'll use her. They will use her, but I don't think they will honor her. You know? She said what? She cannot weather the storm. She can't weather the storm. Oh. Shakira is from Westmoreland. You hear what she said? She said she can't weather the storm. Westmoreland is not getting any of the nice money. Westmoreland not getting none of the nice money. So, you know, all the money that came in after the hurricane to fix up the place. Remember, Westmoreland was hit very hard. It's one of the places. As a matter of fact, Westmoreland was ground zero. But as they would have it, they would have you believe that St. Elizabeth was ground zero for the Category 5 Hurricane Melissa that came in. And all the monies that came in was going mostly to JLP constituencies and their leaders first. And, you know, everybody else was getting the trickle down and what left. Well, according to Mervyn the Point Jamaica Kerr, who that is his place as well, and others, Westmoreland is still in the dark. It's still a lot of people living under tarpaulin or tarpaulin, for those of you who think we don't know how to say it, and all these other kind of things. People house roofs still missing. They are still not getting any help, etc., etc., etc. So Shakira said, it looked like she run gone to the side where the money is. So maybe now that she put on green, she can get some money to help our people them. Because as long as she stay in the orange, the money not come in. The money not come in. Somebody said, well, she gone to the, where you say Missy Bram Bram? Missy Bram Bram says, well, she gone to the right side, the Life Factory. Let's see how that turns out for her, huh? Let's see how that turns out for her. I wish her all the best over there. But one thing we know, just like what you said, whoever switch sides never normally do too well because there's a trust factor there that cannot be ignored. Them not gonna know if them for trust you or not. You switch side by your other side where you used to real loyal to. Maybe you're gonna switch side on us too. Right? All right. Moving right along. Let's talk about this one right here now. The MOU for the TCN. The MOU is the Memorandum of Understanding for the TCN, which is the third country nationals and island-wide blackout. This is by special request. This is what our sister Marie's message 411 TV asked us to talk about yesterday. This ship that you see behind us, this warship, that is the warship that the exact same warship that pulled up in Jamaica's harbor not too long ago, right? And this right here is our Minister Darrell Vaz. You see how Darrell Vaz look? Minister Darrell Vaz had said, so if you don't know it, the ship pulled up, it stayed in Jamaica for a short time, and on its way out, the entire island experienced a blackout. Not to mention the big suspicious fire up at Upper Camp. But this man right here, Mr. Darrell Vaz, said that is ludicrous for us to believe that the fire at Upper Camp had anything to do with the ship, the U.S. warship in Jamaica. Okay, we're not going to dwell on that. When the blackout happened, remember, I know, of all the monies that came in for the hurricane, the Jamaican government just gave JPS a hefty sum of money. To be very specific, let me tell you now how much money they just gave JPS a hefty sum of money in the form of a loan. But you know how loans go, right? Yeah, because I can borrow a loan and then I can default on my loan and then I don't have to really pay the loan back and I can string you along, etc. Okay. How much money did the Jamaican government loan to JPS following the hurricane, Category 5 Hurricane Melissa? See it here. $150 million US. 150 million US dollars. We're not talking Jamaican money. So after him loan JPS this much money, and we get liquid the Category 5, and him loan JPS that much money, after the US came by and things were looking on the up and up, Darrell Vaz said, no man, this can't work. After me loaning us so much money and you know, we think things were getting better, the whole of the place black out and in a darkness. Listen, you have 30 days. 30 days to answer and tell me what happened here, so. So he is the energy minister, Darrell Vaz. He issued a 30-day deadline to the Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, following the massive island-wide blackout that struck Jamaica on June 5th of 2026. The JPS submitted their technical findings and investigative report, which included assessments from hired international consultants within that stipulated 30-day time frame. The government has formed, Kamari said, how come 30-day pass we don't hear nothing? Well, it says right here that JPS did submit their technical findings and investigative report. The government has formed an inter-ministerial team in collaboration with the Office of Utilities Regulation to conduct a comprehensive independent review of the submitted report. That is where it is at now. And the assessment aims to determine the exact root cause of this cascading grid failure, evaluate the adequacy of JPS's systems, and identify corrective measures to prevent future power outages. That is where they're at right now. So JPS did answer, and Darrell Vaz's office basically said that now that they have submitted that, Now hear this, people, because we're not idiot, right? June 5th is when Daryl Vybz put out to JPS 150 million US dollars. Yes. 150 million US. Boy, the food, they smell good. I saw Aki and Saltfish around there with dumpling and banana. This is what Daryl Vybz said, office said. Or not Daryl Vybz office, but this is what was printed at JIS.gov, which is Jamaica government site. It says, here's the full story. It says the Jamaica Public Service Company has submitted its technical findings. Marie, this is specifically for you, because you said them never respond. It said they submitted this technical findings and investigative report on June 5th of 2026. Correct me if I'm wrong, but on June 5th of 2026, him tell them so them have 30 days to submit a report. So how them submit the report the same day? Make sense to you? It is listed here on the Jamaica site that they submitted the report the same day. Somebody over there must say, give him something. Give him something. They submitted it the same day, island-wide electricity outage to the Ministry of Energy, Transport and Telecommunication. The Office of Utility Regulation has also received a report as well. Now, providing an update during Wednesday, July 15 post-cabinet press briefing at the Jamaica House Portfolio Minister, Honorable Daryl Vybz, because they submitted it on the 5th, and he gave an update on the 15th. He said that the report was submitted within the prescribed regulatory timeline. Sir, you asked for them to do some proper investigating and come up with something that makes sense and tell you what happened, why the whole country power grid went down, and them give you one answer the same day, and you take it. You never said to them, say, take your time and do a proper investigation and find out why, and then bring me that finding. You have 30 days to do it. It's like your teacher tell you to write an essay, right? And it's Monday. And your teacher said your essay is due on Friday. And the teacher did tell me Monday morning, say, write an essay on this topic. And by Monday afternoon, you turn in your essay. You know, so more than likely the teacher not taking it. Because that's some hurry work you just did in order to get that out the way for whatever reason. This is not properly thought through. I know if I try to grade this right now, I'm going to find grammatical errors. I'm going to find all kind of issues. Take your time and do a proper investigation according to the site, which is Jamaica government site, jis.gov.jm. Them give him the same day when tell them so them have 30 days for give. Recognizing the national importance of this matter, the government has adopted an interministerial approach to the technical assessment of the report, is what he said. Here they go with them long words again, right? Mr. Vybz noted that a team of subject matter experts is conducting a comprehensive review of the report. The report, you know. Them give him a report, now we have a team of experts that are conducting a review of the report to determine the root cause of the outage. He said that the report indicates that JPS engaged 3 teams of international consultants with expertise in different disciplines to assist with the investigation. What kind of investigation could have been done on the same day and report submitted on the same day? What 3 teams did you assemble on that same day to complete that task on that same day? You see, when I ask these questions, there are Jamaicans who are going to say, move on, go boy, so flow, because you never have nothing good to say about Jamaican leadership yet. People, now, whether you are aligned with JLP or PMP, isn't it a valid question that I'm asking? He gave them 30 days and them submit report the same day when give them 30 days. And he's telling us that the report says that they gathered multiple teams and did a thorough investigation. How? Of an entire power grid of the entire country? The man said they brought in teams from Mitsubishi Electric Power Product who conducted a steady state and transit stability analysis review of the system. They brought in Danovo Energy Solutions, formerly Quantum Services. They did the root cause analysis, and they brought in Schweizer Engineering Laboratories and General Electric. Both conducted a performance analysis and review of the protective devices. So this is in fact a difference in terms of how they have approached it and who they have gotten, because they have gotten top class companies with worldwide reputations, is what he said. Mr. Vybz reaffirmed the government's commitment to transparency, accountability, and evidence-based decision-making as the review process continues, Murray. So the review process is continuing. He advised that once the review is completed, that is the review of what they turned in the same day him did tell them, say, them have 30 days for eternity. Now that under review now. So once that review is completed, then the findings recommended and any required actions will be communicated to the Jamaican people. Adding, he said, I expect that JPS will also make a statement in short order. Minister Vybz further underscored the reliable electricity is critical to national development, economic growth, and public confidence, adding that we will continue to work to ensure that Jamaica's energy sector delivers the level of resilience our citizens deserve. End of quote. Here I'm going to ask you, I know all of slow. So tell me something. The warship there pull up, right? And remember, some people were allowed to be on it, to go on it, to tour, but it couldn't just be any Tom, Dick, and Harry, Jack, and John, and Joe. It couldn't be an average Jamaican that line up and go over there to see. It had to be selected people. And some of our top-ranking politicians also went on board, right? Was it on that trip that the TCN stuff was talked about and decided? Was that where they had the meeting for that TCN something? Because remember, I know the woman with them say, she at some meeting in the US, she said, that's a lie, it's not me. And that's not what we talked about. We talked about importing labor. We never talked about no third country nationals being deported and sent to Jamaica. So don't use my name for it. Somebody's trying to soil my reputation, she said. Is the US embassy call her name, and say she bring it to the US authorities that Jamaica would like to facilitate such deal. She did a statement weeks later, said, I know that we talked about. So I'm wondering if that was what it was. What they went on that vessel to talk about. And if that's what they went on the vessel to talk about, then it would make sense. Because if you look at that vessel, right, that vessel looks very intimidating. Especially to a small island like Jamaica. When few law enforcement, police and soldiers see something like this, and know say we don't have nothing like this, them know say somebody big and bad in a them yard. So when them pull up like this now, and they say, come on board, we need to talk to you about something. It kind of feel like when a gangster pull up at the youth foot and say, get in the car. And him say, no. So get your ass in the car. We got to talk to you about something. And him go in at the car. A gangsterism, them pull up and say, get in, we need to talk. Can you imagine when them go in there Jesus Christ. If one of them missile they ever liquid the whole of half of Jamaica gone. What you say again? So we need to take people? Okay, we are going to take them. TCN. Okay. Third country national. Yeah, we are on board. No threats. We are on board. We are not a problem. We don't want to be a problem. Well, tell me this ain't intimidating. Tell me this is not intimidating. This pull up at your yard. I say, come on inside, man. We need to talk to you. It's like a big tint up SUV pull up at your foot here and walk down the road. A man say, come inside. We need to talk to you. Inside. You say, okay. God fire. Where say again? 24, 27 a week? We can do that. 24 a week. Either one way, so we can do that. Yes, they will be staying in Jamaica. Okay, got it. They will be staying in Jamaica. They can file for asylum here? Yes? Okay, they can file for asylum here. Got it. Anywhere else we can accommodate? Okay, we will wait. We will wait. Play it by ear. We will tell you more when we get there. Them going there and come back out with the TCN deal. Marie is also concerned that they still have not tabled that MOU. Tabling in Parliament means everybody would have a chance on both sides to open it up and go through the fine print and the details of what was signed on Jamaica's behalf. Them still not do it. Yet they say they are the party of transparency. So all I'm saying to them is, including Minister Vybz and others, our Prime Minister and all, if you really want transparency, because one of the videos I was going to do during this week, I just never got around to doing it, is the huge protests that's taking place in Jamaica concerning this TCN thing. Majority of Jamaicans are up in arms about it. Even the ones who support the JLP, Jamaica Labour Party. Because it is not clear to them what is taking place. And I think as a party who calls themselves a party of transparency, that you should be transparent with the deal so the people them are no longer confused, because confusion breeds fear. And a lot of us are in fear now. That's why we're hearing all the chatter of people coming to take over, and they're doing away with typical Jamaicans, phasing us out through death and police killings and murders and XYZ, and replacing Jamaican citizens with TCN nationals, etc., third country nationals. The people are afraid. So if you want the fear to subside, then just table the MOU and have the People's National Party, along with the Jamaica Labour Party representatives, all go through it together. That way, if there's anything in there that can harm the Jamaican people, somebody can point it out and say, hold on. Page number 2, second paragraph, part A says, XYZ. Is this what we're supposed to be expecting? I mean, it's signed already, according to Dal. Well, all that me confused about, because I heard it was signed already, then me hear said not signed yet, nothing is in stone. Then he said, we're just going to play it by ear, which I don't know what that means. Anytime them say them want help with something, we just help them, because that's what we're supposed to do. So me confused too. Marie, that is what we have for that. And that was by special request just for you. So in closing that part and moving to our next topic, nobody knows the details of the memorandum of understanding except for the individuals who signed it, and then probably not even signed nothing. They just get told what to do. Until I see it, I don't know if there's even one. Because one time them say them sign, one time them say nothing never signed yet. So I'm confused. And I heard it from the same person who said nothing never signed yet, who said it was signed already. So I'm confused, and rightfully so. And as far as that ship coming into the country, and then when it was leaving, the country experienced a blowout. Entire country went dark. I still stick to what I said when it happened. That was a show of power. Yeah, we could lock y'all down, real easy. It's not hard because you're not a threat. You're so tiny and powerless. Look, your whole country is dark. I just flipped the switch. All right, get your thing back up. We're out of here. Peace. Those TCNs will be on their way shortly. Live on the air with SoFlo. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, family. Walk on.
Another thing, so busy. But you remember when that man they're going to Venezuela?
Mm-hmm.
And going there and say under the cover of dark with subject matters expertise, certain things was able to be done without the local population know and being armed.
All right.
As much said?
All right.
All right then, bye-bye.
Yeah.
I'm busy too.
All right. And that speaks volumes to me. I'm now going to elaborate on it. I will just tell you that it is under the cover of darkness that a lot of stuff is done. And I'll just leave it there for that. But for those of you who still want to believe that one had nothing to do with the other and it was coincidental, remember, see, before I change topic, y'all remember that it's always coincidental. Anytime we see what's happening, them always come tell us it's coincidental. Don't forget when Rubio came to the island and said what he said. And I told my audience, I said the way how Marco Rubio was looking at our prime minister when he was trying to explain to them that Cuba means so much to Jamaica, blah, blah, blah. That was the look of, I don't give a shit what you're saying. You're going to let them go. So, as he left, and the next day, a bag of Cuban medical personnel people were seen at the airport exiting Jamaica. Remember what our Minister of Health came out and said to the media? Oh, that was just purely coincidental. I know y'all are thinking that because he came and said that we're getting rid of them. No, Jamaica stands with Cuba. We're not getting rid of them. That was purely coincidental. They're on contract. And their contract had expired. And coincidentally, he came into the country the same time them contract expired. So they had to go for others to come in. And then slowly, we got to where they going. So they can go on and run with the coincidentals all the time. But just know that every time you hear them say, no, that was just purely coincidence. I never purely coincidence. Something else did I go on there. All right? That. Moving right along. Let's talk about this one right here. All right. This is, maybe he didn't want to lessen the fear. Maybe he didn't. Let's run into some track and field real quick. We have about 2 more topics here. And then we're going to call it a day. And send everybody off to have a wonderful weekend. All right. Actually, yeah, it's Alfred steals the show. And then share the screen. Okay. So Alfred steals the show. Look over here, so. On this side. Over here, so. This side, which part it says 2026 Continental Tour. That's how the race was started. You see how the race look? Julian Alfred, Tina Clayton, Brianna Lyston. Then there was Mia McCoy for America, Janelle Smith, Jamaican, Cambia Strugis, and then Bulkar, whatever the name there is, and Elaine Thompson Hera. All right. I think a new sprint queen has emerged, because they're having a rough time beating her. And as a matter of fact, every time Mr. she run with them, she beat the whole of them. So, Jamaican athletes failed to secure a victory at the Gyulai Istvan Memorial Hungarian Athletics Grand Prix, which is a huge World Continental Tour Gold Meet, which happened in Budapest. This is not one of the small events where you skip it and don't care. This is one of the big ones you would want to be at if you are somebody and you want to improve your world ranking, right? Right. Tina Clayton, Rochelle Clayton, Rajendra Campbell, they were the best placed Jamaicans after finishing second in their respective events. So in this race right here, Tina Clayton came in second, next to Julian Alfred, who ran first. The women's 100 meters, though, that was billed as the race of the meet, the one to see, with 4 Jamaicans battling the brilliant St. Lucian Julian Alfred. The powerful Alfred stole the show with a composed win against a slightly negative wind of negative 0.3 miles per hour. She clocked her season's best in that race, 10.87 seconds, to finish ahead of Tina Clayton, who was second with a 10.97. Brianna Liston, 11:01. She ran on late to clip the 2016 and 2020 Olympic champion herself, Elaine Thompson-Herah, who ran at 11:04, putting Elaine Thompson-Herah at 4th in the race. My question is this. Is it over? And I'm very careful to say this because I was the one that argued before with that Trinidadian commentator when he said Elaine Thompson might be over. He said he's making a bold prediction, and his bold prediction, Otto Bolton, he said his prediction is that Elaine Thompson is done, right? We've seen the best of her, he said. And I said, you're not God. What do you mean you've seen the best of her? God is writing her story. She's going to come back and show us massive wins. She's going to get back to top form. But I'm going to be honest with you. Elaine is my favorite track and field female athlete. But remember the first time we see Elaine run recently? What I said to this audience? I said, yo, why she pulled up like that at the end? And this is not a heat that she was running. This is a final. Great athletes like Elaine, them don't pull up at the end of a final. They go for world records. And any which part them can set a world record, that world record is respected and held in the books. So she don't have to wait for a specific race to set a world record. You set it today, if you can set it today. So when I saw her pull up, maybe I should not have watched that interview that she did with Yendi. Because in the interview what she did do with Yendi, the first time I actually did hear Elaine go down in details about an injury that she has been nursing for a long time. And now it just plays over and over in my head. And every time I see her run, I watch her run the other day again after that. In the relay, right, babe? And she do the same thing again. And I'm thinking, either Elaine need a sports psychologist to get her over the hump, because humans, our bodies do stuff to protect us. Our mind will protect us. For instance, if you did broken knee before on the right side, right? And they fixed your knee and you went through therapy. Every time you go out there to play your sports again, when it comes time to lean and brace real quick to the right and use that forcefully, your mind is going to say, hey, remember we just got hurt really bad over there. Hey, be careful. So I don't know if that is what it is and she just need to run more to get herself to the place where she forget that ailment and she can just power through same way. But honestly, watching Elaine now, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad she out there and I'm glad she running. And when she win, I'm excited. But I'm not seeing Elaine Thompson-Herah. I'm not seeing the full Elaine. Are we even still calling her Elaine Thompson-Herah? Did she? I mean, is she still married? We don't know. I heard rumors of divorce, which I covered. I would hate to be calling her a last name that she no longer carries. So I'm going to ask her if she sees this. I don't know if you are divorced or not. Me just call you what what we thought it was. All right. But yeah, maybe he doesn't want. I'm concerned. I'm concerned for her. I'm concerned for her. I don't know. Anybody else think anything about it? Like, you're not seeing the best of Elaine. You want to see more of her. She's not winning these races. She's not coming back forcefully and blowing people out of the water. She'll run race and come forth in these big races. You think so, Mr. Bram Bram? Mr. Bram Bram says, yes, Flo, your favorite, done. Now, with all due respect to her, I know a lot of you don't know this, and I found that out the other morning when I was listing her accolades. One of the things that Otto said that I respect, though, was her ranking in the world. Live on the air with SoFlo, good morning.
All right. Anywhere anybody sees us track and field going, they fear us. They need to start training. They need to be the greatest of the greatest because we are known to be
dominant,
very dominant. Mm-hmm. We are here for a time. We cannot reign forever. Once every decade or a decade and a half, somebody is there to sweep us off our foot. And we regroup and come back again. It may be for a short period of time, but we're going to come back. So we won't reign forever. Me love it. Me no want to we lose nothing. But bear in mind, somebody come to sweep us off our foot forever. The greatest of the great shall cut sometime.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I agree. Nothing is forever.
So,
and everybody have their time of reign.
Nothing is forever. And it hurts. It hurts. And you remember that track and field is just for a period of time.
Definitely. Short-lived.
Short-lived.
Yeah.
So you got to dominate and hit it hard.
I think we got spoiled because of people like Shelly and Fraser Price. Because Shelly and Fraser Price is not normal though. We got spoiled.
Exactly.
We got spoiled because of people like LeBron James and them. Those are not normal though.
All right. I'm going to say something to you.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Merlin Otti and Juliet Cuthbert?
Yes.
Merlin Otti won bronze. I'm going to show you this. Mm-hmm. Me, very young. And there was a van with a tourist celebrating through my town, waving our flag, white people, you know. Mm-hmm. And we say, what do my idiot? We only celebrate gold. And the people were for a small nation. We should be, with the out in the street, we should be so happy. We're not even celebrating the girl third in the world, 200 and odd nation, and we come to it, and we not even lift with and say thank you. You know, the amount of training, the amount of sacrifice that they went through, the pain, the stress. Oh my God, we spoiled.
And if they never win gold, we not care.
And if the only goal we celebrate. Yeah. Remember we said the Olympics not start until track and field?
Yeah.
So, we too spoiled and we just hurt. And we just have to face with the fact, say, we won't reign forever. The greatest may fall. Great Britain fall, Germany fall, Russia fall. What?
As far as Elaine, all right, big up yourself.
Beautiful.
All right. As far as Elaine goes, though, you see that comment there from Carissa Smith? We're not talking down on her now. Elaine, if you're seeing this, we're not talking down on you, okay? And we don't want you to feel like so we're talking down on you either. You are definitely my favorite athlete. I'm coming to grips with what I'm seeing. Because me there, I tell the people, them say, watch and see. I think she got something up her sleeve for us. Watch and see when the season open up, or she'll go blow out, and then I'm not seeing it. And the season is advancing, and we're in these big races now. And you are like coming in fourth and these kind of things. So I know you win some, you lose some, but I'm not used to seeing you in a fourth place and them kind of thing. Especially against people who I definitely know you can beat. I'm not used to seeing that. So, and then the way how you're running, me I talk to Ilian, like she said this. And then the way how you're running, me notice the pull up. And if I notice it, everybody else notices it too. I notice the pull up every time. It's like when you're ready to go full strength 100, you do it for only a short break, and then you pull up like when you're trying to save something from actually tearing all the way or from hurting more kind of thing. So I'm wondering if what Carissa Smith is saying is exactly what is going on, because I'm starting to ask that question now myself. Is she still nursing injuries but don't want to talk about it? Because to be in that position, remember when you sign them big contract there. Now, I don't know her contract, but I know that you don't get signed to big contracts and big entities without having to produce. So the pressure to produce and the saying, yes, I'm okay, so you can go out there when you're not okay, because nobody is going to sign you to no big contract for millions of dollars and then tell you, say, oh, just take 5 years off and rest and relax and, spend some money and just chill. No, you're going to take some time off, you're going to heal, you're going to come back, but we need you to produce. If you can't produce, we're going to drop you and go sign somebody else kind of thing. Boy, I don't see her top up yet. And when she does, and she blows everybody out the water, she'll be blowing me out the water too. Could I say I'm losing a little bit of faith? But I'm still hoping and rooting for her 100%. Yeah. Definitely Usain did not win his last race. I don't know. Right now, Ilian, I'm concerned about. I want to see her come back. I want to see her come back 100%. I want to see her come back 100% strong and fit and make people eat their words. When Otto said that she was done, that's all I want her come back final is one season. Just to prove him wrong, so him never know what I talk about. And if she is not able to come back and dominate, he will have won that conversation. Because he will have been right. Now, in closing this about Elaine, I'm going to share in my screen. We're going to share the screen for a good 15, 20 minutes, and then we're going to be out of here. If nobody comes on the screen, we'll just end the live right there. I'm going to say this. Just like Otto said, though, he said bad and good in the same sentence, but he did say it's not like him saying that is something bad, because where Elaine is at in history for track and field, she is literally a one of one. And to this day, she is still that one of one. She accomplished what no living woman has accomplished. That same Elaine Thompson right here, hurrah, right here. She's accomplished what no other has accomplished, and she sits at the pinnacle, pinpoint top. So if she goes out now, it's not like she'll go out and them will say, oh man, she had so much more to give. Like, what more did she have to give? Other than breaking FloJo record, because she owns the Olympic record, and she unified the 100 and 200 in 2 Olympics back to back, did it and defended it. There ain't nothing left for her to prove, really. There's really nothing left for her to prove. And me just want to see her come back one more time and kill everything that he said and show out all over again. Plus, I think we're spoiled again. You know when you just, something good that you just don't want to done? Yeah, that's what it is for me with her. Something good that me just don't want it done. You said for Usain, the 100 meter he placed third, and the 4x100 he suffered a hamstring injury and DNF. And then he was done. Keep hope alive, Karen. I'll keep hope alive. Elaine, if you see this, we're rooting for you. We're rooting for you, and we know you got it in you. But if this is it also, and we respect that also. But we're not going to give no farewell speeches and no thank you speech yet, because we're keeping hope alive, right? Share the screen. Share the screen. I don't show these tips again, blah, blah, blah. Babe, how you do share screen again? There's supposed to be a extra camera, video file, image file, share the screen, invite guests. All right, copy, copied. I think I got it, babe. I think I got it. I think I got it on my own. Paste. And enter. All right, see there? The link to share the screen is on the screen. So anybody want to come on the screen with me? You have 5 minutes to do so. If you are not here in 5 minutes, then we're going to end the live. All right. What else we have to talk about? Nothing else really. That is it. We covered everything. You see how it flows when we can actually change the screen and talk with the picture behind me of the subject I want to talk about and all that. A beer itching and scratching when we can't do it. Beer itching and scratching when I can't do it. Let's show another beautiful place in Jamaica real quick. Let's switch up the background real quick. For those of you who don't go back and forth or have not been to Jamaica in a while, you need to get there. All right. Treat yourself. Life is short. Rest in peace, Fantan Moja. People keep on passing away around us, which has me grappling with my own mortality and thinking, I gotta live. I gotta live. I gotta live. Live while you can live. You know what I'm saying? So sometime soon, I should be in Jamaica sometime soon. I've never said, oh, I'm leaving tomorrow kind of thing. I'm there in Jamaica tomorrow. And I've never done that. But I should be in Jamaica sometime soon. I've been away too long, but the only reason was because wifey was having the baby. And now the baby is old enough to travel. And we had to renew some passports. And these passports are, you know, them kind of thing. They are going and thing. But we'll be in Jamaica sometime soon. Very soon and very soon. I'm not like the people who stay away for too long. I don't like doing it. I feel out of place when I do. And I feel drained when I do. So Jamaica, look at the picture. Just look at the place. Look at the place. Jamaica is replenishment. You know what I mean? And that's where I go to replenish and to strengthen up myself and forward back again. See? So I look forward to that trip here sometime soon. But y'all know how it go already. Plus, I have new camera equipment and all these things now that I can't wait to go. I have a drone and all these things. I can't wait to go to Jamaica and get some good footage and go down a river. There's a river that I grew up with that nobody goes to anymore. And Bush took up the whole of the way. And one of my plans was to get everybody a machete and chop away back down to the river. I could hear the river the last time I was there, so I know it's still running because I could hear it roaring from way up a road, which part I was. So hopefully it still looks like what it used to look like back in the day and it's not dry up. And then we're going to do all of some of that and everything else. Go enjoy my little piece of paradise. So that is that. We've come to the end of the morning. Shout out to everybody who tuned in this morning. Big up yourself, manners and respect. I appreciate you greatly. Go out and have a wonderful weekend. All right, surround yourself with people that love you and people who you love. And if you can't do that, you don't have nobody around you who love you, don't put yourself among people who don't love you. Once you sense that little bit of Remember also sometimes that rejection is for your own protection. Sometimes the universe and the Almighty be trying to keep us out of company and out of places that we don't belong, because you're special and you don't belong there. You're too good for it and you're too good for them, and we keep on a force ourselves in there anyways. All right, so sometimes spend time by yourself. It's all good. Learn to love yourself. You can't get enough self-love. Big up yourself. My granny Miss Ruby said be good. If you can't be good, be careful, but it's best to be good. And my grandfather Mars Clevey said, I will see you tomorrow. Well, it won't be tomorrow, or then again it might be, we don't know. But tomorrow meaning another day from now, if God spare life. Wanna walk good.